WRMF, Palm Beach.
Yeah. Let me get it, Coach. I can get this. I can get it. I don't want to complain. I'm complaining too much. I gotta focus.
Okay, this will be the last one. All right, well, let's go to the last one. Be the last one. Let you off the hook.
No, don't let me off the hook. Even though this is a terrible game, and I feel like it's kind of stacked against me. Don't let me off the hook.
It's stacked against you. We all went through it.
It just seems off.
It seems off to
You have too big of a smuggy grin on your face. You're liking it too much.
Well, it's a fun game.
Quit your complaining and open wide.
Do you have to talk right into my nose?
Dunkin' is the official coffee of the KVJ Show. America runs on Dunkin'. The KVJ Show is now live on 97.9 WRMF.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Bee, so don't get her pissed. Jason talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Well, here we go. It is Tuesday on the KVJ Show. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
What's going on with y'all today? Anything exciting?
It's a full moon, Kevin. Just be careful.
I did notice that on the way in. I was walking through, and I was like, oh, boy.
It was a Halloweeny moon on my drive. It was clouds around it, but it was peeking out from behind and so bright.
I noticed it yesterday at like 4:30 p.m. It was all bright out, and I looked out, and the moon was full. I'm going, we're going to have a full moon tonight.
Yep.
That's weird when you can see it in the daytime.
Day moon?
Is.
Yeah, day moon.
It is very odd to have day moons. And it's full, and Mercury is in retrograde.
Yeah, I don't even know why we showed up today, dog.
I mean, we truly are tempting fate.
And yesterday didn't go well.
No.
So I don't know what we're doing
It
today.
did not go well.
It
No.
is weird to see everybody all of a sudden talking about this. It's all over social media. Somebody made this a big deal, and now everyone's catching on to it. And it's not the first time this has happened, y'all.
Yeah, we always kind of like going around making things a big deal.
Everybody seems like they're just like, meh, squirrely and off.
Yeah.
People were leaving comments for me on social saying, yes, I've been such a, like, edgy, mean. They used other expletives.
Yeah. Again, we don't know if that's necessarily because Mercury's in retrograde or because more people are drinking White Claw. We don't know yet. The numbers are not exactly in.
This is easy for it to get in everyone's head.
It is.
Well, I mean,
But
everyone's reporting on
how much
it.
of it is real and how much of it is us being a self-fulfilling prophecy?
I kind of feel like you make your own.
Yeah.
You make your own mark. I mean, some of that stuff maybe is sort of real, but for example, Kevin said don't start a project with that, during this time. If you started a project right now and put your heart and soul in it, I believe that it will still be fine.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Denial.
Maybe we should do that. Let's take on a project.
I just did.
Okay.
Or at least a video project. It'll be terrible.
Yeah, but we got to do that. I mean, because what are you going to do? Like, you're going to tell your boss, be like, going, yeah, I've got this new project for you. But,
Nope,
Mercury
no
in retrograde.
project, sorry.
You're right. So
I don't know if a boss is going to be like, yeah, that's fine. You know what? Why don't you pretty much put off all your projects to the end of the month?
I'm just letting you know that I'm going to do the projects. They're just not going to be very good.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. So there is your excuse.
Want to see what Virginia looks like on camera? And Kevin and Jason? YouTube.com/KVJ Show.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What do you got on your mind today, Jaybird?
Well, I had a lovely Italian meal last night. I went through the service of DoorDash. You ever hear of them, Virginia? They're like the Uber Eats.
I have. I've used DoorDash. They're one of the few that comes to the east end of Tequesta.
I like them. I think they're pretty darn good. The DoorDash. They're one of the
Yes.
better ones out there, I think. So
Not as good. There's one called there's one with a different logo. Hold on. It Waiter.
There's
they
a-
don't have it here yet. Waiter actually gets celebrities to actually work their way in, and so you could open your door and a celebrity is delivering your food.
honestly, I don't really want that. I just want my pizza and just leave me alone. Yeah, I don't want to have a talk with a celebrity I just met. Then I'm hungry. I'm not impressed.
Oh, I am so impressed.
Totally not impressed with that. So I was all nervous when I wake up this morning and there's a national story about one of the delivery drivers of DoorDash, and they said the guy that got the food said the woman who delivered it tampered with the food. Here's what the guy had to say.
Oh, no.
Opened up the food, looked at it. One was half eaten and one was full. Here's mine. You see the piece right here. It's been torn off, a good chunk of it eaten there. I was just dumbfounded. I was really shocked that something like that would happen. I guess she pulls over to the side of the road and just decides to have herself a little snack before she delivers. It's crazy. I don't understand people why they would have to do something like that. It's somebody's food. You pay for that, you expect to get it. You pay for a service. Treat your customers with respect. Treat somebody how you would want to be treated yourself.
Wow.
The only thing I would think is what if you have somebody that's a little unhinged and nothing was wrong with their food and they tamper with it and they take a picture on social media, look at this, they took a bite out of my pork sandwich, blah blah blah. Because this even happened to my mom. I've told this story before. Her and my Aunt Ann went to a Chinese restaurant in Lake Park, and this was our favorite restaurant. We loved this place, and they had a bunch of roaches in their rice. I mean, a ton of baby roaches, and the restaurant accused my mom and Ann of them bringing in the roaches
And putting their own roaches in the rice.
Yeah, so I don't know how you would even prove that.
I think what that does at that point, you make a claim, and then they come out, CDC or whatever it is that does the food inspections, and then it would probably warrant an
health inspector.
health inspector to see if it's legit, and if it is, to be like going, okay, well, we did an inspection. It looks like it's fine. So I don't know about your particular meal, but we can't prove anything because it's your word versus theirs.
At the restaurant, it might be easier to prove. With all this delivery stuff, it's going to be tough to prove that the guy is licking your burger.
You're right. The guy who drops it off to protect himself, he's going to have to take a picture of it as he's giving it to you to show what it looked like and that it was intact when he delivered it. Because you can't trust the people that are receiving delivery either.
If I order a burger and someone takes a bite of the burger and then they give it to me, do they deserve to go to jail? 6 months at least.
I think they do, actually.
I think there are already like some rules on the books that we've seen with the people licking the ice creams and all that have gotten in trouble, that there is food tampering laws on the books that they'll throw at you, and I think they're there. You're going to have to continue to do it. I think also, too, restaurants that have delivery drivers, even using the DoorDashes, are going to have to start having some kind of seal, something or other that that if this thing is broken, that, okay.
That's what BurgerFi does.
That's who it is.
Yeah.
All their stuff, and it says it on the bag, too. It's printed on the bag.
Yeah.
All of our stuff shows up sealed. If the seal has been broken, then
That's
you know
smart.
that something's fishy.
I guess the one question I would love to know, has technology and the need to go viral, hey, look at me, the look at me mentality, has that made more people do things to food, or has it always been this way? Since delivery's been going on.
Definitely viral makes it more. Definitely.
So in the 80s and 90s, this wasn't going
Look
on.
at the latest trends that have gone on.
It's
That
all
definitely
these
was spurred on
people
by
that want
viral.
to be famous on the gram or on YouTube.
But even this person, though, they did this on the sly. They did it with, they just wanted a bite of the sandwich. You know
Are
what?
you sure the guy that got the sandwich didn't take the bite?
We're not sure of anything. It's blurring the lines. And
It is.
It's terrible.
And you need to go to cooking school and just learn how to cook for yourself.
I know. I just love delivery so much. When it's on the way and I can see it on my app because it shows where the car is at. The butterfly.
Does it show the guy in the car eating your food?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
It just shows it
That'd
where.
be a nice feature.
You need to get a relationship with one of these delivery people.
They're all different.
I know, but you need to have like one on retainer where you pay a set fee every week.
I already do. These fees are
I know the fees are high, but you need to have somebody you trust. Right now, you're just getting randoms, and that's the risk.
I mean, no, I'm not complaining. You hear a story like that in the media.
Well, clearly your joy right now of having it delivered to you is outweighing your fear of having it tampered with.
You're absolutely right. I'd have to have a really bad moment for me to get off this delivery train. I just love it too much.
Yeah. You just love sitting on your butt and having it brought right to you.
Am I part of the problem, though, in the media by bringing it up? Am I actually helping by saying, look, this is out there, y'all? Or am I giving copycat ideas? That's what I struggle
Probably a little bit of both.
Yeah.
I struggle with it at night.
How can you help it, though?
Mm-hmm. What do you got on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, today's a big day in our house. I don't want to brag, but Mags has so much fun stuff going on. So today she starts at Publix. Her job begins today, And she did the I Heart Mac and Cheese. You know that restaurant?
I love that place. A lot of people don't know about it, and they should. It's very good.
They should know about it. So there's one in Boca and there's one in Jupiter. The one by us in Jupiter is on Indiantown Road. And basically it's a mac and cheese restaurant. And
They do
it's
good grilled
so
cheese,
good.
too.
They do grilled cheese. They also do salads. You can have cauliflower rice instead of macaroni. Like you can try to go healthy too. So they shot a commercial over the weekend and they asked Mags to be in it.
Really?
And so Mags is in the I Heart Mac and Cheese commercial, probably because we're in there so much.
Okay, I'm legit.
That's pretty awesome.
I'm legit jealous. I'm kind of hating on Max. What?
She's got more going on in her career right now in her professional life than we do.
Wow, good for
That's
her.
awesome.
Yeah, she's
That is
working
really
it.
cool. Dang. Good for Mags. That's very cool. All right, so what I got on my mind here today is a lot of times I get disheartened by things that I see that happen in the world, and you're just like going, gosh, man, I just wish we were in a better place. But just kind of like to let you know that a lot of the drama and hate that you see out there and the things that make you lose faith in mankind are actually just contrived social media hype drama that is put out there. Like the Little Mermaid thing that had happened. You know, they were going to cast, it was Halle Berry in the role of the new Little Mermaid movie, and people were like losing their mind, and it made it look like it was a racist thing because she's African American and you can't have that. And then I started reading that they started to figure out that it was just a lot of internet bots that were promoting this hate agenda. And
That's
so
terrible.
somebody broke it down and did a poll to say, okay, are people really outraged by this concept? And only 16% of people actually opposed it. And of the 16%, half of them only somewhat opposed it, and they didn't even really say why. And it could have been like, I don't know, I just prefer mine with red hair, and I just, you know, it's not that I necessarily care. It's just I'm used to a certain type when I look at the Little Mermaid, and I just want her to fit the expectations I have. It's not that I could care. I mean, you know, they may be in another role where somebody was originally played by an African American. They would want to see that too.
There is big money, unfortunately, in dividing our country, whether it's sexism, whether it's racism. It's all about clicks, and it's disgusting. And there's many publications that, without a doubt, put stuff out there just to make people mad, just to divide us.
Yeah, that's all.
Don't buy into it.
I think for a lot of people, keep that in mind, because just if you see that happening, there are these bots, and it's fake people trying to push buttons, and they've got agendas, and there really is. And there are a lot of times that I don't like it. I don't like seeing that kind of stuff. I don't like fighting. I don't like the divide that we have that's going on.
Why can't Halle Berry be the Little Mermaid? She's hot.
Well, that's what a lot of people say.
Most people don't
care.
give a crap.
Yeah, that's
Don't
not even
let them make us mad or make you think other people are mad when it's all a lie.
But Kevin's right. There's bots on there, but even a step further, there are people who are consciously publicizing things that are not good for our country or for the world, for that matter.
I always see that where it seems like people are on one side or the other with everything, and then I walk through my life and the people that I know and talk to, and I'm like, wow, this is just weird, because
they're not mad about the Little Mermaid.
Yeah, I don't know anybody that
you shouldn't be, because it has no effect on your life whatsoever.
It makes you feel like when you see these stories, like, okay, everybody is outraged, and then really what real life is there are a few people who are trying to push other people's buttons who just want to be outraged and realize that a majority of us, and it feels to me like maybe 80-85% of us, are sensible people.
I agree with you.
You know,
I really do.
We're not racist. We're not haters. We're not whatever.
We're not sexist.
Yeah, we're not
We want
any of
equality
that.
for everybody.
We're not anyists. Yeah. And, you know, to me, after seeing a story like this in this survey, it makes me feel a little bit better. And I want to remember in my own mind going forward when I see these stories and I think, oh boy.
Don't be duped.
Yeah, don't be duped. There is still a lot of awfulness that happens out there, and they still capture those, but I believe that they're capturing a fringe of the population and inflating it so you think that we all are at such unrest. But I feel like a majority of us just hopefully have love in our hearts for any person out there.
I agree with you.
Yeah. So
preach on, Riggy.
Seeing that made me feel better. And keep in mind when you see those kind of stories that it's not everybody against everybody.
No.
That we have a lot more in common than we do dividing us.
And let's come on, Halle Berry as a Little Mermaid. I actually like it.
I gotta tell you, with that,
the beautiful thing about that survey, it shows that Most people agree with you, Virginia.
I mean, after that Braveheart speech, who wants a big old hearty breakfast? I mean, I don't know, man. It's setting a mood in here. I love it.
Time to eat, huh?
It's just time to celebrate life.
Kevin makes you feel good, so now you want to feel fat?
I love the speech. I think it was great.
Okay. Coming up here, we're going to take a deep dive into the minds of Jaybird and Denny's. They got a couple different questions here, including one. Wow. You ever thought about this? If you were born deaf, what language do you think in? Deep thoughts and your thoughts on that question coming up next.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Well, we're taking a deep dive into the minds of Jaybird and Denny's here today and the kind of questions and things that they ponder when they're sitting together.
Prepping for the show.
Okay, at home.
Working for the Kevin Ralston.
Okay, working hard for the money.
That's right.
Well, one of the deep dive questions that they were pondering was, if you're born deaf, what language do you think in?
That's a legit question. I mean, we're not trying to be cute here. If you never heard any other language and you just had sign language, what exactly do you hear in your head?
The inner monologue.
Yeah, the inner monologue.
I got friends that are bilingual, and some of them, they think in Spanish, but they translate it immediately to English when they're talking to you, but they actually think internally in Spanish. And whereas I think internally in English. Just wondering, if you've never heard a language, what language would your internal monologue be?
Were they raised on Spanish first and then
raised in Spanish first? They start off in Spanish. If you're in your first 5 years of learning a language and Spanish is your predominant one, then you're probably most likely going to think in that language. It's when you start developing your internal monologue.
I think it has to do with associations. And for us, if you're hearing, you have audible words that are associations to images that you see. Whereas if you've never heard a language, your associations probably would have to do with sign language. So you're probably thinking in that kind of respect, and you're probably not even thinking necessarily that you're hearing a word in your head. You're just, okay, that's what that looks like, that's what that looks like.
That's your communication, and that's what you hear. Whatever your communication is being raised is probably what you hear.
That'd be my thought.
Okay.
Visualize.
But if we have anybody deaf that's listening, wait, no. How would that be?
Well, so we could get a specialist.
Somebody who knows something about that, yes.
There's definitely specialists out there that could answer that question. I'm legit curious.
Yeah.
That is a fascinating question.
That's my guess.
Yeah.
Thanks, Virginia.
I'm over here trying to ponder it, and I think I might have just broke my brain.
You are more than welcome anytime to come on over and just kind of shoot the breeze
a lot
with
of
us.
deep sessions.
I have a hypothesis, but I could be wrong.
The bong sessions.
It just shows you I believe anything Kevin says, because that sounded really good, man. I thought it sounded official to me.
Another deep dive question here. Would you rather always have taste buds that can't taste anything, or always go to the happy place without feeling anything at all? You know, when you're getting intimate with Panda, Virginia, and you hit the big O.
You'll never be able to feel anything, any kind of pleasure like that again. It's either taste buds or that.
Do you want the joy of food, or do you want the joy of relations?
I think I have to pick the joy of relations so my marriage can stay intact. And if I get rid of the joy of food, it'll help me not be a fat ass.
Oh, whatever. She weighs 125 pounds, and people who actually have a weight are so annoyed with you.
I love that you think I weigh 125. That is so sweet. Yes, let's go with that.
Burn Denny's.
I think you know my answer.
Your food.
There's no way I'm giving up the taste of food. There's no way I will gladly give up the love.
Really?
Yeah. Eating a pizza without the taste of pizza is heartbreaking. And if I'm 60 years old, and I'm trying to, at 60.
Well, I remember you were so down when you had that cold and you'd lost your sense of taste.
I was a different man. Oh, you're right. Give me my taste buds. You can take away
How
my...
mad will you be, though, when ED kicks in and you're older and now you can't taste or enjoy?
Well, that's just a terrible thought, but I think, you know what?
I don't think you lose your taste buds.
Yeah, the witch ain't going to get in my head because, first of all, I ain't going to get ED. That's the first thing, okay? And second of all, these taste buds ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I think most people hold on to them, don't they, for life?
The ED thing I can't speak on.
Denny's, what are you? Taste or the...
Yeah, I get rid of taste.
You get rid of taste?
You don't love food?
Yeah, that's what I'd be like V. I try to just stay trim.
Okay.
It'd be good for me. I mean, it wouldn't be fun because I love food. I love the taste of food. But in the long run, it would be definitely good for my marriage and good for my butt size.
It's a tough one for Kev because he doesn't A, have sex, and B, he doesn't really eat anything good. So
What do you
beer
say?
would count.
Beer would count.
Yeah, that's why it's easy for me.
You keep the taste buds.
Absolutely.
Fat Kevin, thank you. Thank you for joining me.
Or a room divided.
Okay. Another question here. A Mexican drug lord offers you $50 million to let him stay at your place so he can hide out from the law. Now, once a month passes, he leaves. Do you do it? Would you let a Mexican drug lord hide out at your place for 1 month for $50 million? All you let him do is stay with you in one of the rooms you provide. You give him food. But once the month is over, he leaves and you get your money.
That's a lot of money. You can buy a lot of pools in Tequesta with that kind of money.
Oh, my gosh. We're moving on up.
You might buy Tequesta.
Right? Okay. My kids, my husband, everybody has to stay there.
Yeah.
It's your current situation.
I can't do it because what if they come looking for him and they slaughter everybody?
That's just it. You don't know. You might have a drug lord that is just merely there to just stay and get on moving, or he might have some baggage with him.
Yeah, no, I can't do it. It's not worth it. Nothing is worth putting your family at risk of being gunned down.
Right. I kind of agree too.
Unless
it's just that's how.
Unless you don't like your family.
I watch so many cocaine shows that's always how it happens. Somebody just thinks that they're innocently going to tiptoe into the world of cocaine, and next thing you know, yeah, they're being gunned down or hunted down, and they're living on the lam.
If anybody could do this, it's me. I live alone. Denny's is hitched up. You all have
We could get you them Kevlar pajamas.
all I'd have to do is give him one of my side rooms and just make sure he's fed. 50 mil.
Okay.
I'll feed him if you give me a cut.
No.
I'll come over and
No.
meal delivery service.
Blood in, blood out. You're either helping me full gorilla or no.
I can't have him around the children.
You're right, though. Everyone always kind of just tiptoes into cocaine thinking they're going to nail it.
Yeah, the thing has to be simple. Yeah. I mean, how bad could it get?
I mean, 50 mil is sexy.
That's
Pretty
a lot
enticing.
of money.
Oh, that's huge.
Yep. Okay. Thought so as well. Any thoughts on it? 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. And just out of sheer habit, want to correct myself. It was Halle Bailey is the one that is doing The Little Mermaid. Just out of wishful thinking. I always say Halle Berry. It's just something that is always on my mind. So
who the hell is Halle Bailey?
she's a younger actress. Yeah, and I kind
Oh.
of knew that, but then mind is just,
I like Halle Berry, too.
Yeah, I agree. So, yeah.
Did you see that movie where she was topless? She would look good in that Little Mermaid outfit, just saying.
Yeah, Swordfish.
She's great boobs in Swordfish.
Yes, she does.
Yeah, it's perfect for a kid's movie.
What have we done out of Little
What are you
Mermaid?
talking about?
Well, Jaybird wants a world record more than anything in the world. But problem is he's been struggling for years to get one, and some of his attempts that he's done, actual legit world records, aren't legit because you got to go through a whole process with Guinness.
We have 2 unofficial world records that really are world records. They just aren't noticed
Yeah.
or recognized.
Or talked about.
Oh, I talk about them, especially get a couple of drinks in me. You guys remember?
Aren't talked about by anyone credible.
Yeah.
So you're talking about doing a legit world record in association with Buds, and the best idea we had was the most people helped in a drive-through in 1 hour, and finding out what that record is and maybe going with that.
We could even, I was even thinking about that. We could even tie something in with some of the profits going to Little Smiles. There's a lot of stuff fun, positive stuff we could do with it.
Absolutely. For 1 hour, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Why not? Well, here was a pretty simple concept this guy in Belgium did to set a Guinness World Record. 48-year-old dude simply sat on a toilet for 116 consecutive hours and has himself a Guinness World Record.
You could do that at Bud's, too.
Yeah.
Wow, man, that's all it was.
Not as
116,
sexy.
yeah. And it wasn't even a real toilet. It was in the middle of a bar. So what a great bar promotion. They just put, a temporary toilet right in the middle of the bar. The guy just sat there for 116 hours. And the cool thing about it is you're allowed to get up 5 minutes every hour to stretch or, ironically, go to a real toilet if you need to. You can't use the one that's right there because it's not connected. Don't do that. They say the biggest challenge that he had to go through was 116 hours you really can't sleep. That's the problem. I guess you kind of sit there and maybe nod off a little bit, but if you fully fell asleep and rolled off the toilet, world record over.
That was the tough part of the popcorn stunt. I couldn't sleep. I was out for 4 days. I was all kinds of messed up.
Yeah.
That is tough.
I think that was the issue. But I mean, just simply sitting on a toilet in the middle of a bar, this guy is going to go into the Guinness Book of World Records 116 consecutive hours.
So in my living room, I've got all those cameras that can go live at any point, and I could stay stationary in an area, so you'd have a live stream of some sort to have it all documented. So there's just something to think about there, too.
How many hours did this clown do?
116.
So if I took a whole weekend to do something through a Monday and a Tuesday and a Wednesday, I think. There's a lot of hours.
We didn't do the math.
I think we're circling something here.
Well, just showing you, like, all it takes is really a simple idea, and you can get yourself a world record. That's what it takes. As simple as just sitting on a toilet for 116 hours in the middle of a bar. That guy's going to go down in infamy. He's a national hero in Belgium today.
I just like working in buds somehow.
Big time. I'm with you.
The toilet thing doesn't work in buds.
Oh, really? They don't want a guy sitting on a toilet in the middle of a buds?
I don't think they would want that. Was the guy like bareback or did he have pants on?
Yeah, pants on.
Yeah, it sounds like one of those goofy bar promotions, and it won. It wins.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I mean, for them, it works good. I don't think that would work for buds, and we want to do something with buds.
Yeah.
Because they add legitimacy that we don't have.
I was talking to Denny's. I kind of wanted to try to actually really... He tried to talk me out of it. It's probably the right move, but I really want to... You remember I wore that mask for 44 days without taking it off?
Yeah. Yes.
I want to do it again, but do it where I actually get credit this time. 45 days, not taking off the mask, having the whole thing filmed.
Well, why would you have to do 45?
Because I did 44. I want to break my own record. That's a personal...
Oh, okay. So you have to break your own personal best.
There's a legit record with that luchador mask. It was like 38 days or something, and I beat him by 4, but because the camera cut off, they didn't count it.
Didn't you say that was the worst time of your life?
It was the worst time of my life.
Okay, let's do it again.
But I could do it better.
He talked about how he was dating this girl during it, and they got into a fight, and he was having a fight with her in this mask.
Oh, it was at work.
Did you have to talk like this while you fought?
I got mad at Kevin too during that.
He did.
I remember.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the only time you and I have fought.
I went to a real dark fight.
I steered clear. You're crazy.
I think I fought with Blue Martini. Yeah, I think I fought with...
You fought with the city place police?
You fought people all over the
No,
place.
the city...
a guy in a luchador mask.
City place police, they tried to tell me that I had to take it off, and I was on day 39. I go, dude, you're going to have to arrest me. I'm not taking this off. And then, thank God, some other guy who is a police officer who listens to our show, he goes, man, he's going for a world record. Let him just leave. And they let me go.
Like it's legit. Man,
it was.
He's going for a record.
It was legit.
It's not legit if you don't get Guinness on the front
I get it, but in my heart...
It costs money.
In his heart.
I'm telling
he was
y'all.
breaking world records in his heart.
I'm just telling you. I was taking a shower. I was going to bed with that mask on.
Look, we believe you.
And for nothing.
All for nothing.
Was it for nothing, though? I don't know. I know.
All the dedication, none of the results.
I know in my heart. I don't care.
We need to let Guinness know on the front end because it costs money. That's why I want buds involved because they'll pay the tab.
You guys are you guys very against the 45-day mask? Very against it?
I think you got something better. Yeah, and you've already done it. It feels like a retread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be a hack of yourself.
Yeah. Do something new. That's my vote.
I want that title.
It doesn't take much for something to catch on. The latest viral trends, it's all kind of ridiculous. One, some of the Instagram models, apparently you sit like a frog or something like that. It's almost kind of like half crisscross applesauce. But I saw one Instagram model doing it, and, your legs are kind of bent, kind of sitting out. And she was kind of leaning to the side. It actually just looked like she had farted. So I'm like, I don't really know how hot that is. I don't know if that's a good trend.
See something weird? Are people stapling bread on trees now?
Yeah, that's another trend that's out there. Yeah, that's the latest thing is just taking a piece of bread and stapling it to a tree. There's actually a Reddit community out there with more than 200,000 members, and somebody said, hey, why are you guys doing it? And they were like, I don't know. Why are we doing this?
So that's better than the damn pizza panties challenge? You gotta be crapping me.
It's not. But pizza panties didn't catch on because a lot of people are too shy to do it.
So the bread one, anybody can do that. Anyone can staple bread to a tree.
Yeah,
What
and
a
people are
dumb
sheep. People are sheep.
Such a dumb challenge.
Have you
Yeah.
gone on that TikTok app I told you about yet?
What are you talking about?
I told you about this. It's the
What are you
new.
talking about?
It's the
Tell me
new.
again. I didn't listen.
What you talking about, Virginia?
It's the newest social media. All the kids are doing it. TikTok. You need to go on there and get some inspiration for videos. It is so funny.
Okay.
All the kids are doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Mags is trying to talk me into doing this dance thing where she and I do a TikTok together.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go on there, 40-plus-year-old guy, and put up a profile for the teens.
Yeah, will you tell me about TikTok in about 3 days when I forget about it again?
And somebody else that has gone viral that is now reaping the benefits of it. You talk about like why people try to like put themselves out there and all this kind of stuff. Remember the guy that was in the bagel shop, the short dude that was just yelling at everybody,
Yes.
mad at the world because apparently women are rejecting him because of his height.
I hate that people are interviewing this guy and giving him a
Yeah.
platform.
I really don't like it.
I know. I don't like it either.
He's an idiot.
Yeah. And now he has just signed a deal.
Ugh.
I know. Where he is going to be, I guess, fighting other viral celebs.
Because he did so well in the bagel shop when he was throat tackled.
But it's all about the hype around these. This is awful. But
It
It's so awful.
All about the hype, yes. Are they calling him Short Man Chris, or is that just how we have this?
no, that's what they have it on there.
Oh, this is his thing.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I saw he was interviewed by Inside Edition, and he was very rude to the host that was on there.
That's
And
his thing.
This is his thing, just being a jerk, and we're rewarding him for it. So here he is talking about this fight that he has coming up. It's booked for September 7th at the Showboat Hotel in Atlantic City.
Rumor has that you're doing a celebrity fighting boxing league or whatnot.
Oh, for me, it's just a room rivalry right now. But yes.
Celebrity boxing. All right. How's that going? Did you tell? Are you have a signed contract? Is that like?
Here it is, right here. Officially, he is signed today. He's stepping in the ring September 7th in Atlantic City at Showboat
Oh wow.
Hotel.
Are you prepared? Are you training?
Yeah, no, I don't need no training. I'm prepared. Because I'm just naturally tough. I whip his ass.
No training, just prepared.
No training at all. Yeah.
Who do you hope to fight against? Are there other?
It don't matter.
There's a possibility he may fight Antoine Dotson, who's the big deal with you guys.
Oh.
We're talking. You know, we're open to fight anyone.
Put your 3D glasses on, eat your popcorn, and you wait.
Okay.
Isn't Antoine Dotson the one? Hide your kids.
Hide your kids, hide your wife. Yeah.
I can't stand this.
He's that guy, yeah. It's Damon Feldman putting it together. He's a guy from South Florida, and actually Damon had texted me last week to see if I want to get involved. And I was like, nah, I'm good.
As what?
I don't even know.
Announce it?
No, he wanted me to fight.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's awesome.
I was like, no.
Kevin, we have to do this.
No.
Kevin.
There's no
You
chance.
wanted you to fight the little guy?
No, I don't even know.
Or you're the undercard?
I don't know if it was for this event, but he was like, hey, yo, every now and then, about once a year, Damon will text me and be like, so, what you think about getting in the ring?
Want to get involved in this?
Yeah. How about that? You ready yet? Come on, get in the ring. Let's do it. Hey, forget about it. And I'm like, nah, I'm good, Damon. Thanks.
He's like, I can't even win a fight with my wife.
Yeah, right.
Dude.
No, I'm not the guy you want in the ring. You don't have to fight. It's all about the hype. Hey. I'm like, no, we're good. So, yeah. So he's now signed a deal. So that's what the angry short guy is going to be doing. He's now into celebrity boxing. Now, Jaybird, you're telling me, because once upon a time, we'd had this dream to actually put pizza in your name officially. It would be on all your public records. It would be part of your name, the essence of who you are because of your love for pizza. And then it just never happened because you got a pushback from your family.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked how much of a pushback I got from my family. And it was certain people that were kind of being annoying and getting in people's head. So what had originally happened, there was so much drama that I wasn't really allowed to talk about it until now. We asked Aunt Ann, we did a bit where I asked Aunt Ann if I would like to, if I could get my name changed and all that. She was into the idea. In fact, we reran it. She was into the idea. That caused some drama with other people saying, this is so stupid. You don't want to change your middle name to Pizza. This is dumb. What are you doing? Your parents gave you that name. So it did cause some drama. Now, since Ann's passed away, the person that was giving that drama, we don't care about them anymore. We don't care about her being in Ann's ear and other people's ear causing that drama. So now we are able to finally get my middle name changed to Jason Pizza Pennington. We can do it now.
That'd be great.
I know that people have been on my butt saying that I've been welching on this bet, and I know it appears that way. It was because it was family drama surrounding it. Now I've got the blessing of my family. I have to keep my one middle name, though. It's got to be Jason Pizza Lee Pennington. Are we cool with that? Is that lame?
Oh, you can do whatever you want to do, but yeah,
Is it-
I think having pizza in there is great.
Is it better if it's just Jason Pizza Pennington? The reason why I think the blow isn't as bad now is because it's Jason Pizza Lee Pennington. The Lee's gonna stay in there.
Okay.
But does the Lee take away from?
Well, again, when you have so many names, you don't have to use all of them.
Right. People drop them all the time.
Right. Yeah.
Technically, could I get Jason Pizza Pennington on my license? That's really what I want.
Yeah.
Without the Lee.
You could. You just have to legally change your name.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm in the middle of going to be doing that.
I'm going to have beer.
You wouldn't do it. Kevin Beer Ralston. So if there's a lawyer out there that knows anything about this, I'd like to get this done as quick as possible. I know we've talked about it before.
Yes.
Show me the quickest way to do this, and I will have this done.
Right. We just need an attorney that will work for free.
Which, good luck finding that.
And they specialize in goofy.
Yeah. Specialize in name changes to pizza.
But let
and
me
they
know.
work for free.
Please let me know.
Where is this attorney?
Do you even need an attorney to change your name? Can you? I feel like this is something you could probably
Yeah,
file the
file
paperwork
yourself. Because there's no contention in it.
Right. No one's going to battle you because nobody cares.
That's not true. They said that they has to go over like a whole review board, and the courts decide whether or not I get that pizza in my name or not.
So you need an attorney?
Unless I defend myself. From what I read, they said you have to.
What are you defending?
The fact that
Who's going to fight it?
They have to. They.
We should go and fight it. We should contest it.
That'd be real cool.
I'm just kidding. It's funny in concept, but it sounds really time consuming.
It does.
The whole thing's it's expensive and it's time consuming.
Got to say a birthday shout out to Charlotte. Turning 5 from Mommy, Daddy, Lila, Max, and your new puppy, Jack. That's pretty cool.
That's sweet.
Comes in from Carrie at Grandview Prep. Very good school there in Boca. Also, happy birthday to brother Jonathan. Got to say what up. That comes in from the Florida Crankers. All right.
The Crankers?
Apparently so. That's the email address. All right.
Is that a team?
I don't know what that is. Also, a happy birthday to my daughter Isabella from Daddy, Mommy, Jess, David, Leah Macho, Josiah, Lucas, Tunkle, and Jen and Bigfoot is real.
Yeah, right.
That's what they said right there. Rolling Stone would like for you to believe that they're the coolest publication on planet Earth. First of all, who reads magazines anymore? And two, Rolling Stone is very wrong in what they say is the best comedy of the 21st century.
I agree with you.
Well, it's not even correct. They say what is number one is the movie Best in Show. Best comedy of the 21st century.
It's a funny movie. Don't get me wrong. I really, really like it. I like the style of it, but I don't think it's the funniest.
It's pretty awesome.
It is very. Have you ever seen it, Kev?
No, I have
You
not.
would love it.
It's kind of like documentary style.
It's so dry, but it's so awesome.
It is good. It is good. Number one, though,
It's Clever Man's comedy.
It's so clever.
It's Clever Man's comedy.
It's hipster comedy.
I don't.
No.
Not hipster.
Okay.
No.
It really looks into the personalities of these just freakishly funny people, and just the things they do. It's pretty funny.
It's like a Spinal Tap type of movie.
Okay. Well, I think actually inherently Rolling Stone is wrong in the sense they said best comedy of the 21st century because the movie came out in 2000. I think did not the 21st century actually start in 2001?
No.
January 1st, 2001?
No, it starts 2000 for the 21st century.
Okay.
I don't know. There's a lot of numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the 21st century starts in the year as soon as year 2000 starts. I'm
Really?
I'm 99 point. If I am wrong, you
Yep.
can shock the hell out of me. But when 2000
On a 10?
On a 10.
Okay.
If I'm wrong, but
Is Jaybird wrong about when the
Dave!
21st century began?
yeah,
Need the research.
The first day of the year 2000 was the start of the 21st century.
Okay, it wasn't January 1st, 2001?
No. That,
Okay.
If I am wrong, I have.
We need somebody smart to tell us.
Okay. We'll get some confirmation
Or
here.
somebody who just wants to see Jay Bird shocked at a 10.
I
Yeah.
could be wrong.
We'll get some
but if
legit
I'm wrong, I'll be
confirmation.
shocked.
You'll be twisted.
You will be so shocked.
I will be so shocked.
That's a great way to put that.
I'll be shocked.
Hey, you
if I'm-
think yesterday was bad?
You will be so shocked if you are wrong.
I can't. Am I wrong?
Yeah, Suits looked it up. It's January 1st, 2001.
What?
Okay. Ride the lightning, baby.
Really?
On a 10.
It's not 2000?
Oh no!
I am blown away. I'm legit. I can't. I'm dumbfounded.
Shocked?
I'm shocked.
It kind of doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. The year 2000 was still the 20th century?
Yeah, so that's why Rolling Stone got clever in this list, best comedy of the 21st century, and then they put a movie from 2000 in there, which doesn't even qualify.
That is
number
blowing
one.
my mind that the year 2000 is not the 21st century.
And we're sure.
That's according to Denny's, but that does not make sense to me. What is real Virginia?
Yeah. Crazy how that just goes down, huh? All right, well, luckily we got the shot caller here. Yeah, what do you going there, Denny's?
So I printed it up here. The 21st century is the current century of our common era in accordance with the Gregorian calendar. It began January 1st, 2001, and will end December 31st, 2100, the first century of the third millennium.
Yeah.
Color me very, very shocked. Wow, that's the last shock.
We'll go ahead and hook my friend up there.
Gosh, I hate when I'm so dumb publicly.
Look at Kevin, how he rigged you into
Brought him right
riding
in.
the shock
Smuggy
machine.
Jedi mind
The
trick.
summer of rig.
Set the bait. Just shh. Yeah.
Nobody's safe because the rig just turned on the
I
pig.
just can't believe this. Are you kind of shocked too?
I am kind of
Okay,
shocked too.
all right.
Okay, hand the caller to Virginia, too.
No, I'm not that shocked.
Oh, okay.
I can't. Everything I thought I knew.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Kevin, you have to be the executioner if it's on a 10. I can't. Here's the momote. You got to do it on the side.
Okay.
Side is how you raise it, and then Y is how you
What
give
is
him
it?
the jolt.
Oh, okay. I got you. All right. Okay.
Denny, did you were you thinking the same? Are you?
He's looking for kindred
I
spirits.
really am. I'm looking for dumb kindred spirit. Thank you, Virginia. She always has my back on that.
I do. I'm stand by. I stand with dumb.
It doesn't seem right. Y2K? I mean, all that?
Oh my gosh. What level is it at now?
Okay, what is this? It goes to a 10, is that right? Okay. And then what is the executioner
We've never.
button?
I don't think we've ever played
Okay.
it.
Have we not?
Okay, all right. Yeah, so just...
Ah, Koa! What? Come on.
I thought it would be better if you didn't know it was coming. It's just to build up anticipation. It's just sometimes, it's like with a Band-Aid. It's just better just to rip that thing right off.
You're done.
Is it
Yeah.
over?
Yeah,
It's
you're
over.
Yeah.
Take it off, quick.
Yeah, there you go. Color me shocked. Yeah, there you go. So I don't even know if we can look at the Rolling Stone list because it's inherently wrong. They do, their number 2 movie's terrible. It's In the Loop. I never even heard of that. 2009. Okay, thank you, Rolling Stone.
What is In the Loop?
That's why you never pay attention to Rolling Stone lists because they're always just so But they do put to redeem themselves Bridesmaids at 3, Step Brothers 4, and Idiocracy at number 5. I don't know.
Okay, Bridesmaids and Step Brothers, I'm on page with.
Punch Drunk Love, they put at 6.
I actually like that movie. It does not belong at number 6. Too Cool for the Room.
Number 7, Tony Erdmann.
Too Cool for the Room.
Who?
From 2016. I never even heard of that movie. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Rolling Stone. We appreciate you trying. If you look on Ranker, ones that would be in the 21st century, now there are a lot, they don't have it necessarily by the 21st century, but if you go to the first movie they have from the 21st century, it would be The Hangover. That would be what they have as their number 1 movie.
You know what movie?
And that's people voting on it.
The movie I was watching not that long ago, and I've seen it so many times, I still was belly laughing, with Step Brothers. I love
Step Brothers is so
I
good.
love the wine part at the end, the Catalina wine.
I love the insults that they throw back and forth at each other.
Is it the Catalina wine? Is that what it is at the end?
I don't remember.
Oh, come on, Virginia. I need someone that knows movies.
You got to ask Panda. That's his favorite. It's one of his favorite. That and Anchorman.
Did you see Step Brothers, Kev?
I did see Step Brothers. I liked it. It wasn't my favorite of the combo of those two.
I hated it the first time I watched it. I thought it was terrible, and then I kept watching it, and I really liked it.
The more you watch it, the more you laugh at those insults that fly back and
A
forth.
lot of those comedies, you have to watch them a few times.
Interesting that if you look on Ranker, and this is people voting on their favorites, only 2 of the top 25 movies are from the 21st century for comedies.
Really?
Yep.
What are they?
You've got Anchorman, at number 25, and then the one that I just talked about, The Hangover, at number 9.
Anchorman is great.
That's the only two, though, from the 21st century that ranks in their top 25. If you look at some of the other ones that Rolling Stone has, they got Shaun of the Dead, 40-Year-Old Virgin in there.
That's a good one.
But, yes, a lot of the other ones, I don't know, Anchorman is in there.
You guys ever see Forgetting Sarah Marshall?
I have.
That's a good one. I like that one.
It was decent.
Yeah, I made the mistake of watching that with my mom. Isn't that the first scene has full frontal male nudity?
Yeah.
It was hard to recover from because I did not expect to be seeing dong with mom that quick. It was shocking.
The movie I was shocked that I liked was 21 Jump Street. I thought it was pretty funny. They did a good job with it. Mm-hmm. They made it goofy instead of serious.
Yeah. I got to tell you, though, after looking at this list of comedies, funny movies were better in the 80s and 90s.
Well, I pulled up a different list that has a bunch of different, like This Is the End was a pretty good funny movie. That was 2013. You also had Bridesmaid we talked about earlier. There's some good stuff out there.
Yeah, but I think they were better back in the day. There you go. That's what they say. The latest on Rolling Stone. Yeah, Superbad. Like I said, there's a handful that were good, but if you look at some of the classics, and I guess that's why you call them classics, but it seemed like they were making better movies.
Did you like Borat, or was that too much for you?
It was okay.
It was okay.
It was all right. There were some funny parts.
The first one was really good.
Bruno, you didn't like that one as much.
It may have been just too much.
It was a lot.
It was very extra.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Talking about the best comedy since the year 2001. That'd be the 21st century. We found out the 21st century, oddly enough, started in 2001 and not 2000. We're just learning here today, aren't we?
We are, because I had no idea.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I am not the only dumb person. Wait, was anybody texting saying, "Oh man, I feel you, Bird"? I thought the same thing. Did everyone know that answer?
No. Yeah.
It just makes sense that it would start in 2000.
Well, it's just there was no year zero, I believe.
I hear you. I'm not arguing with you. I know it seems like I am.
Yeah.
I'm just shocked. I'm just really am. Gosh, I didn't know it was that dumb.
Well, some movies that we didn't even mention. Yeah, making the argument for are modern comedies just as good as some of the ones that came out in the 80s and 90s. Some people saying, yeah, I mean, of course, Bridesmaids made the list, and 21 Jump Street, Hangover, Zoolander, one we didn't mention. And you know what? I didn't even think about
Zoolander
this,
is great.
But I got to tell you, it's not necessarily, you don't think of it as a comedy, but it is very funny. The Guardians of the Galaxy movies are actually really funny. There's a lot of really good lines in it. I was thinking about a scene the other day, and I'm like, well, that actually is a really funny movie. I don't think it gets any kind of credit necessarily as being a comedy because it's one of the superhero movies.
You got Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, people were saying that's in there. I saw that. I didn't find it that hilarious.
There was some parts that were good. I thought it was good.
Yeah, that was okay.
That's why there's some comedies out there. I always try to recommend them to you. And I'm thinking, I don't know if Kev's gonna. It might be too goofy. I don't think you like it when it gets too goofy.
You do need to watch Best in Show.
Okay, yeah, I will check that out.
I don't know if he likes it.
I think you might like it.
It's very
you
dry.
You really got to get into it, though. It's dry, and it's all about the character deep dive into their personalities. It's very funny.
It's one of those movies where critics say, you need to watch this movie because it's so smart and funny, and then you watch it.
And if you don't laugh, then it's like, it means you're dumb.
Exactly.
Right, because they've said it, yeah. That if you just don't get it, obviously you're not an intellectual. Yeah, thanks. Appreciate those. We got Michelle here from Wellington. Hello, Michelle.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. We have got some hot tickets up for grabs for you if you can score a positive score here in the Rotten Tomatoes game. We've got tickets for the Cirque du Soleil Corteo. Come to the BB&T Center on the 24th. Now, what we've done is we went onto the website Rotten Tomatoes, and you got to tell us which one has a better audience score. Two of the comedies we talked about, 21st century comedy, Superbad or Knocked Up. Two comedies right there you could put in that category.
Easy.
Jaber, what do you think has the higher audience score?
Without a doubt, Knocked Up does.
Without a doubt, Knocked Up does. Okay. Do you agree, Michelle, with Jaybird?
I do.
Okay, he said without a doubt. The one thing I would tell you, Jaybird is not very right on anything today.
Oh, no.
Today?
Yeah.
I said not on your life.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Superbad, 87% and knocked up 83.
Huh.
Yeah, I know.
It's been a day of just confusion and wrong and shocking. And
Mercury is in retrograde, and it's a full moon.
Oh, and there's rumors that it's a thunder moon, Kevin.
What the hell is
So
that?
what's your excuse on August 1st?
My childhood.
Okay. All right, what about this comedy? Tommy Boy or Dumb and Dumber?
Oh, easy.
Jaber, what is it?
Without a doubt, Tommy Boy.
Without a doubt, Tommy Boy, better on Rotten Tomatoes. Do you agree with him this time, Michelle?
I disagree.
You disagree. Jaber was actually right on that one.
Oh, Jaber. Why are you doing this to this poor girl? Can you figure out if you're going to be wrong or right?
It's a thunder moon. It's messing everything up.
Tommy Boy, 90% score on Rotten Tomatoes. Dumb and Dumber, 84. Tommy Boy is an amazing movie. I love that movie.
Do you like the ending?
I do. I think it's actually heartfelt, and I think it's good. And there are a lot of comedies that don't end strong. I think it ends well enough.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it's excellent, but how it does end, it is kind of heartfelt, and it does tie everything together, and it's kind of nice and sweet. Yeah, to me, I think from beginning to end, that's one of the best comedies. Okay, next up, what about this? Footloose or The Wedding Singer?
Oh, man. So easy.
Jay Bird?
I mean, I will bet my face and Virginia's it's definitely Footloose.
Leave my face out of it.
Okay. Michelle, what do you think he's been? You're going to disagree?
Yep.
Okay,
I don't know.
disagrees with you, Jay Bird.
The power of Kevin Bacon, and he fight dances in that movie.
You're right. Michelle, your answer is correct. Jay Bird is wrong again. The Wedding Singer has an 80% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes, and Footloose is 71.
What? 71?
If you watch that movie, it's actually pretty terrible.
No, it actually really is.
It's pretty terrible.
It is so terrible. There's not a lot of dance. It's so...
Yeah, it's pretty awful. Okay, what about this movie combo right here? Let's go with... Is Lion King coming out this weekend?
Yes.
Okay.
Friday. Yes.
All right, so what do you think on this, Michelle? What has a higher Rotten Tomatoes score? Is it The Lion King, the original, or Aladdin?
Oh, so easy.
Jaber, what do you think?
LK.
Lion King? Okay. What do you think, Michelle? Do you agree with him?
I disagree.
You disagree. Michelle, you are wrong. The Lion King has 93% and Aladdin has 92%. Okay? There you go.
No.
Jaybird, do you actually...
Love The Lion King, yes.
We're right on that one. I think you went, what, 50%?
I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll totally take that.
It's an F.
It's
an F.
It's a high F.
It's a high F?
It's a mid F.
He's proud.
All right, Michelle, I tell you what, we're going to hook you up with some tickets just for playing along, okay?
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oddly enough, the winner prize is the same as the consolation in this game. That's kind of how it goes.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah, you're very welcome. So you got some good stuff there.
Drama, drama, you got drama and you gotta tell all. You love to complain about your pain, ain't you? You're Facebook fishing, Facebook fishing.
Well, this is an interesting Facebook revelation that happens here. Thank you very much for this post that was sent to us. You ever be in a situation where you think that maybe there is a relationship going on when actually there might not be?
That's depressing. Like you're all happy and you think you're in it, and
Yeah.
the other person's like, no, we're not.
I've never had that, no. Where I thought I was dating somebody and we weren't dating.
I have. I totally have had that.
Yeah.
Really?
There was this guy when I lived in New York City, and I just thought he hung the moon. I thought he was so cool. He was a commercial actor, so he was in television commercials, but he also was in charge of set up for all the props in commercials. So he would be the guy that sets up everything in the background, and he was so showbiz.
Yeah.
He was so Hollywood. I was so impressed with him, and we went on a few dates. But I mean, I just realized like I always had to call him. Like he never called me. I would just show up at the bar where he was, and he was like, "Oh hey, how's it going? Oh, you're here. All right."
Did you guys ever kiss or make out?
Oh yeah.
Okay, well I can see why you were confused then.
I was very confused, but he knew exactly what was going on.
Right? Yeah.
I don't think.
In a sense, you kind of got played. That was part of it. And there are different levels of this. There can be the one where they're completely disinterested and you think they are. And then there's others, too, where they just lead you on.
So leading on, I get.
Yeah.
That has happened to me, but I thought you were talking about someone that is in a relationship and the other person was like, dude, there's no way this has ever been a relationship.
Yeah, I was in the one where I kind of thought I was definitely led on. And I thought there was a relationship, but then I think it kind of got to the point where it's like, well, why would you think we're in a relationship? Like, well, because.
Did you make out too?
Yeah.
Okay, well, at that point, if you're making out and kissing somebody, I feel like you think that person's interested in you and you're going down that road of dating.
We were hopeful, but I think as it turns out, we were just something to occupy the time.
But does anybody...
Yeah, that's...
It was not real. If you have to keep pursuing somebody and you're like, hey, want to hang out? Oh, hey. Showing up at where they go and hang, like, that's desperate and sad.
Mm-hmm.
And it was me. And now in retrospect, I can look back on it and go, oh, you're so stupid. Like, I brought him, like, presents. Oh, I'm so dumb.
But are there people that hang out with each other that one totally thinks, oh, yeah, we're dating, and they haven't kissed yet, nothing romantic's happened, but they totally think, yeah, we're an item?
Yeah, well, that's kind of what's going on in here at Facebook Fishing, and how embarrassing to really kind of get blasted and called out on a social media platform. That's what happens here with Kurt. Jaybird, I'll have you play the role of Kurt.
Yeah, you kind of look like a Kurt today.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll play the role of Tom, and Virginia, you get to be Vicky here.
Okay, all right.
Okay, all right, so here is Kurt, and this is what he posted up on Facebook.
Last night, I took dinner to a girl I'd been talking to, only to find out that she had someone else at her place. I was crushed and never thought she was the cheating kind.
Yeah, Kurt, I don't want to come off like some kind of jerk, but your definition of talking to is different than most people's. You weren't even in a relationship.
Yeah, we actually hung out 4 times, bro.
Yeah, because you delivered her dinner working for Grubhub.
OMG, stalking someone from your Grubhub job? Hashtag not cool, Kurt.
Oh, wait, so Grubhub drivers never hook up with people they deliver to? Shows you what you know. And I guess she tipped 25% only because her food is there fast.
Dude, your next tip is going to be a protective order.
Says the guy who married his assistant.
At least I wasn't hitting on my clients.
Yeah, that would have been awkward because you're a veterinarian. Hashtag crimes against nature.
Okay, so apparently Kurt here thought that he had a relationship going on with somebody he kept delivering food to because she was tipping him well.
Are they local?
I don't know, might be.
I'm just trying to figure out if this guy delivers Grubhub to my area.
You need a relationship with a Grubhub driver.
Because I swear, now that I'm reading this, I swear to you that there was a Grubhub guy named Kurt. I swear to you.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
Maybe you know him.
I do a
Well,
lot of
I
work.
apologize, Kurt, if you're getting called out really hard now. Facebook wasn't bad enough. Now you're on the radio. Yeah, I could see this happening, though, in a lot of occasions. I've never been a bartender, but I could imagine if a hot chick came in and she was always there and hanging out and gave me great tips, and we seemed to have conversations and connect, I'd be like going, okay, yeah, we're kind of an item.
No
when I was
way.
a bartender back in Baton Rouge in my college days, there was this one chick, and she was the top bartender. She was the lead girl. She was so pretty, so funny, so everything. She was like the perfect package, and she would seriously bank like $600-700. This is back in the early 90s.
Okay.
This chick would bring home like $700 a night in tips because she would juggle all these patrons. The guy
Yeah.
at one end loved her. This guy at the other end loved her. The guy sitting in the middle loved her. And she would just, like a puppeteer, just
Yeah.
be working the bar and all these guys. And she did. She worked them so well. I was in awe.
I understand those guys think that she's flirting with them or whatever, but if any of those guys think they're in a they're an item or they're in a relationship, and that's all that's going on, they're morons.
Like after shift, she would maybe go with, because we were right next to a Waffle House.
Yeah.
So she would maybe go with one of them and have like Waffle House, and she would totally. She massaged these relationships. Now I don't think she would do anything outside of that. I don't know, but I don't think.
If that's all that's going on and you think you're in a relationship because you're a patron at the bar, you are a moron. And you have some issues.
Or Kurt just got called out. Thought that he was...
Oh, yeah, I don't think you're a moron, Kurt. I was talking about the bar scenario. It's my Grubhub guy.
Poor Kurt.
Oh, jeez.
It's really thrilling, but it's also kind of horrifying. Have you ever dated somebody that was a little bit out of your lane, and maybe they were kind of crazy, and part of you was attracted to the insanity, but then part of you was afraid, and you couldn't decide which part of you should listen to?
Oh, yeah.
Nobody's crazier than me, so I'm always the crazy one.
Yeah, so you've never been in this. Yeah,
No.
I don't know, yeah.
Everybody seems pretty calm to me.
Right, so then that means you're the crazy one.
Oh, sweet Cynthia. Oh, sweet. Oh, yeah.
She was nutty?
She was nutty, but I liked it at first, and it was kind of exciting, and I was attracted to her.
Yeah.
And she was a little too nutty for me. Just kind of outside of her mind.
It's usually something that happens. It's all good. At first, you're like, oh, wow, I've never done anything like this before. This is crazy. This is exciting. And then there might be that one thing going, maybe it's getting a little too crazy. Maybe it's time to jump off this train.
Oh, so she tried to break in my house again.
Yeah.
I'm afraid for my safety.
Now, Craig is kind of in this situation right now with a girl. And is it time for him to jump off the crazy train or just, I don't know, maybe ride another station or two? Craig, what's going on with this girl?
Hey, thanks for taking my call. So I met this girl a few months ago. She's really hot, but like, you know, in this sort of artsy, weird kind of way. I think she's really fun, but kind of out there, you know?
Sure.
So I end up, because I'm dating her, kind of hang out in places I didn't used to, like eating, drinking, maybe even smoking some things that I didn't used to either.
Okay.
So she's definitely unique, definitely different than anyone I've ever been with. So I will say most of it's been pretty exciting, and I'm into the wild, crazy ride. But what she had me do recently might just sort of cross the line for me.
Okay.
She basically told me she had something to show me. So we parked in this alley and we walked through some bushes, and when we got on the other side, we were in a graveyard.
Okay.
And she took me by the hand and we went to the middle of the graveyard and took out these 3 small candles. Like, she had this all prepared. She lit them. She put them on one of the tombstones. And then she slid her skirt off her shoulders, and she was totally naked. And she kind of rushed me and didn't give me a chance to really figure out what was going on or question anything. And the next thing I knew, we were kind of having some pretty wild, crazy sex in this graveyard.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, part of me was really into it and really this is hot, and then part of me was totally petrified. And honestly, I kind of can't stop thinking about it, and I'm having some guilt issues with it.
Yeah.
Did I go too far? And maybe
Okay.
is this girl really for me?
Yeah.
I kind of want to see what's next, because that's cool that she's so creative, but
Yeah.
part of me is terrified that if I said yes to this, what is she going to make me do next,
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we know what part of you was into it. You need to stop listening to that part and listen to your head that was telling your brain that was telling you that this is crazy and disrespectful and creepy and weird.
Is this that insane that is this where you get off the crazy train?
Yeah.
I don't get off the crazy train. I just tell her, hey, look, babe, this is something I'm not into, and let's not do graveyards now. That's it. You can still have fun with her, express why you didn't like it, tell her why you thought it was disrespectful, and then go have some freaky sex somewhere else.
Somewhere else?
Yes, somewhere you
Okay.
both are comfortable at.
All right, so Jaybird's not off the train. Virginia, you're off the train?
I'm off the graveyard train, that's for sure.
But a deal breaker, though?
I don't know if it's a complete deal breaker, but I'm never going to another graveyard with her, ever.
Just communicate with her. I definitely don't think it's a deal breaker.
If you were with somebody and the best sex you ever had was in a graveyard, But that's where you just got this certain category of, wow, it's way above and beyond. But you had to be in a graveyard to do it.
You're going to be making the spirits mad.
Are you? Or they're going to be like, hell yeah, yes.
I don't know. Yeah. What is the ruling on graveyard sex? Is it like a complete taboo? You should never do it? Or is there...
Typically, anywhere where the dead has fallen, you want to be respectful for that.
Sure.
And I don't know. Look, if I was dead in a graveyard and y'all wanted to bang in front of me, I would be raising my bony arms up like raising the roof. I'd be like, yeah.
Zombie D.
I wouldn't be offended.
Pieces of it fall off.
Kind of like the Thriller video, but only one part of him comes up.
So you mean tell me every dead body in that graveyard is going to be offended by that? There's nobody in there that'd be like, yeah, this is awesome.
I don't want to take a chance, even if one of them is upset.
I'm just saying, just tell her you don't like it. I don't think this is a deal breaker.
Okay, not a deal breaker. I'm just kind of curious how people would rate this. Is it a deal breaker or not on this? And are other people going to the graveyard to get it on? And what is your thought on that? Is that okay?
People are doing that?
They are?
Yes. You two vanilla. You guys know nothing about crazy sex.
Have you ever done this?
No, I've never done that.
Are you looking to?
No,
we can find you a girl probably. Let's open the phones for that too.
I'm kind of with y'all. I think it's disrespectful. Let's leave the dead just rest. I don't. You shouldn't bury a house on a graveyard. I don't think you should bone there either.
You shouldn't bury a bone there either.
Exactly.
Okay. A lot of people got an opinion for Craig here. He's been dating this girl. It's been a little crazy. He's been eating, drinking, smoking things he didn't used to do. And apparently she really kind of likes doing some out there stuff, including getting it on in graveyards. Here are some of the comments that have come in here for Craig. Oh, right. Like Craig's totally traumatized that she did him in a graveyard. Giant P.
Oh, nobody believes him.
I mean,
what's up? Don't be such a wimp, Craig.
Oh, I didn't see this one.
Well, I mean, I don't think he's got to be so devastated by it. Just say you don't like.
I think he's testing the waters. I think he wants to see if people are freaked out and how bad is it that you get it on in a graveyard. Is it like the worst spiritual sin ever, or are people like going, I mean,
it depends.
That's kind of hot, actually.
It depends on what you believe in. If you don't want to mess with the dead, then don't go in a graveyard. Some people don't. You're right. Some people don't care.
Somebody texted and said, "Give me her bleeping number right now."
Oh no!
A lot of people are really into this. Other people do throw a little caution out there to Craig. She's getting ready to sacrifice him.
Oh,
okay.
That's
you got a
different angle.
Yeah, if she wants to start drinking your blood, then that's a whole different level. But I would say at least a majority of our horn dog dudes are like going, that's kind of hot. I'm all into that. Craig, come on, man, loosen up.
Anybody saying do not do this, it's bad karma.
I'm not getting that. No, not at all. No. Steve from Port St. Lucie says he needs to marry this girl.
Our people are dark. I would be so freaked out. Maybe I'm just a prude.
You are a prude.
Okay, but I just would not want to disrespect the dead. They're resting in peace. Why would I want to shake the earth?
That's the only thing. It's not about being creeped out. It's about the respect level. I'll tell you what, though, the audience is really starting to get me to turn.
And then it's about being creeped out about the subsequent haunting. What if they haunt you then after that? They're like, all right, you want to mess with our world? I'm going to mess with yours.
I already been haunted.
Learning up a little bit more about this. Rachel's on here from Boynton Beach. And Rachel, you say you're into graveyard sex?
What?
Hello, Rachel.
So it's not so much that I'm into the graveyard sex. It's that I actually follow a religion where we firmly believe in reincarnation, and it is said within that religion that if you were to, I guess, radio appropriate, get jiggy with it on a graveyard, you could possibly give one of the lost souls that maybe never got to reconcile with their family a second chance at reincarnation and a second chance to kind of live their lives over. Maybe they had regrets, maybe they weren't bad people.
Ooh.
And, it's almost like a second chance for that lost spirit.
What's the name of this religion?
I'm pagan, but it's a certain sect of pagan.
Huh.
Do candles come into play at all with this?
Yes, candles. Well, what you see the candles will represent is you are re-extinguishing the lives that have been lost.
Oh, so he doesn't. Yeah, I don't think Craig realizes he's dating a pagan chick.
So do you
I would guess.
you legit believe this, or is this just something you kind of delve into?
No, well, I'm a very high figure in my little, they call them circles of my religion. And so personally, yes, I 100% believe in it. It's kind of one of those, I feel like this should be on the weird podcast.
Weird and whatever.
We'd love to have you. I have so many more questions for you.
Yeah, we're fascinated. No judgment. I mean, it's not for me, but I'm fascinated by learning, what makes other people's religions tick.
Yeah, if you want to give Denny's your...
I'll give Denny's my information, but it's definitely something that the only thing I don't disagree with is that if she didn't know anybody in that graveyard, then
okay.
it is a little weird.
Well, he didn't know that. I mean, she led him to a specific spot.
So maybe she did know.
So I'm wondering, would that be... Does it sound like it was more deliberate and intentional that she went to an exact place from what you know about this, Rachel?
From what I know, she chose that specific spot because either she knew or was able, maybe felt certain sorts of energy from that specific spot and felt that soul deserved a second chance.
Oh, my goodness.
I cannot wait to talk to you.
Woo. Okay, yeah, hang on real quick. We'll get your information. It sounds like this just opened up a whole different level for Craig here.
He just thought that maybe she was like, getting frisky and crazy.
Well,
she might be.
It might be her religion.
Well, I'm kind of curious what are the other things he's talking about that she's been doing. He's like, I've been eating things and smoking things and all this weird stuff has been going on that I'm not used to.
There's a goat head in my yard. Is that normal?
You need to look up paganism because it sounds like she's just like walking you through pagan rituals. You're
Turns out you're a pagan.
She's making me drink blood. I don't know. Something seems off.
She makes these delicious smoothies, but they're bright red. What's up with that?
How I first realized my girlfriend was a pagan.
And then you might not realize you're a pagan too.
It's so funny. Every dude is like, I want this chick's number.
Really?
What a revelation
No
that
dudes
would
are
be.
scared of this? Am I the only wimp?
See, because my whole thing was, it was about being the disrespectful to the dead. I definitely not because I'm afraid of it by any means.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. How about that? Well, I guess people have different takes.
You and Kevin are vanilla.
We are.
Oh, I'm learning stuff. Like, I probably would have been like Craig. I'd been like, I'm kind of half turned on, but I'm kind of freaked out. What exactly is going on here?
Kevin's happy. He's just happy he might possibly be getting laid.
I could have been led by the hand right into paganism. Be like, okay, put on this robe and wait, what's going on now?
Oh, my gosh. How mad would Kevin's mom be if she realized?
Oh, my goodness.
Kevin's already a pagan. What?
Wow. Okay. Yeah, somebody said my dad works at a graveyard and he has found some weird stuff.
I bet. Have you ever caught people?
This is something that's been going on forever. People go to graveyards to totally do the hibbity-dibbity. This is something that...
Yeah, somebody said I grew up in a real small town and we would go to the graveyard and drink and, everything else. So that was kind of a place that we would actually hang out in a small town.
Yeah, I guess upstanding people don't go at night. So if you want to go and you want to do things that are kind of like shady that you don't want people to see, the graveyard would be a great place.
So you think it is... You're still sticking with it's disrespectful to do?
Absolutely.
Kevin?
It's not my thing. On both respects, yes.
Yeah, I don't see Kevin going to a graveyard in the middle of the night.
Never. There'd be no reason for me to... if I'm in the graveyard at night, I've been abducted. Things have gone seriously wrong.
Right. Yeah.
Or I'm one of the dead bodies. Like, that's the only time that I would be like, okay, yeah, I could see myself in a graveyard at night.
Yeah, it's very interesting, though. And boy, Craig, I just would love to see the look on his face right now as he's like, oh my gosh, I'm dating a pagan.
He's like, oh, the candles were a nice touch. No, they weren't. They're part of the ceremony.
I wonder what other clues have been going through this relationship that Craig hasn't seen. Oh, man. Well, there you go. That's quite a revelation. Well, thank you very much for the insight. You always lend to our conversations. 877-979-9763 here at the KVJ Show.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Well, there's a lot of scary things going on in the world. You just continue to look outside. The weather is going crazy. The world is flooding, and the animals are getting bigger.
They are getting bigger.
Like, what the heck is going on? It just feels like that countdown clock is just going off right now. There's a couple things I've seen that have really just kind of like freaked me out. One is this photo that they took of this female diver off the coast of Great Britain. She found a giant jellyfish that was bigger than she was, and she was swimming next to it.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, I mean, they're saying iguanas, gators, all that stuff, they're all getting bigger.
Yeah, and now, if you want to talk about something horrifying, there is a good view as to how big pythons can get now from this 6-year-old female python. It's at the Emerald Coast Zoo in Crestview, Florida. This 6-year-old python now weighs 200 pounds and is 20 feet long, which almost breaks the world record.
That's just not fair. I mean, don't we have rules? Mother Nature, what the hell?
Should be. The python's name is Ginormica. That's what they call it. Ginormica the python.
It's just not right.
Ginormica's diet, frozen goats and pigs. And apparently, to make it even more horrifying, Ginormica is a really good swimmer.
Oh.
Frozen goats and pigs, no problem. I mean, my goodness. You can't tell me it's not going to be long before these snakes start eating us. Not going to be long.
We got to get rid of these pythons. They're not supposed to be here anyway. Can we up the bounty? Because I know they're paying a little bit now for each one you catch, but can we triple it?
I finally saw that picture of the python eating that gator. Or was it a gator or a croc it was eating?
No, it was a croc.
Oh my gosh. I mean, this thing was huge, and that thing just ate it like it was a snack, like it was a bagel bite.
The croc didn't stand a chance?
Didn't stand a chance. No way.
Yeah. These things are crazy. They say the world record for longest python, 25 feet. So Ginormica's getting there. Only 6, too.
How long is the lifespan of a python normally?
200 years. I don't.
Especially the quest of pythons. Don't worry, it'll be soon. They'll be up north here.
Oh, I've seen snakes. We have snakes. Definitely Tequesta has snakes.
But I'm talking, we're going to be getting these Everglades snakes real soon. In the next 5 years, you'll see them.
And if all that's not horrifying, listen to what police in Tennessee have to say. They're warning people not to flush drugs down the toilet because it could create, quote, meth gators.
What?
Meth gators. They think if you flush your meth down the toilet, it gets into the sewage system and the water supply, and then all of a sudden, imagine a gator on meth.
Unstoppable. It could drive a bus.
A
Guarantee
gator
you.
on meth.
I feel like a gator on meth could fly a plane.
Wouldn't meth in the water dilute?
Oh, come on.
I don't know.
Okay, why don't we get some meth, put it in some water, and have you drink it and see what happens?
I don't want to find out. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, is that the most terrifying animal on meth? Or, I don't know, are there other animals? I mean, imagine if meth got into, like, animals' food supply. What? I don't know if it's gators. Gators might not even be the most scary. Could you imagine?
What if one of those pythons was on meth?
Or a gorilla. A gorilla does a bunch of cocaine and just wants to kind of hang out with you.
Oh, yeah.
You're done.
Oh, I mean, insane. I think basically I would be frightened. Remember that squirrel they had on meth and how jumpy that thing was? Remember that? And they went in and it was this guy who's a drug dealer. And so he had an attack squirrel.
That he trained
and would feed meth to make it even more agitated and crazy. And that thing was like going at the cage trying to get to the DEA agents that came in.
If anybody would try to come to his crib,
yeah,
the squirrel would attack him.
That's a squirrel. That's not even a gator. Imagine if you had an attack gator on meth.
There's no way that squirrel didn't have a tat. I bet it did.
It's unbelievable.
It had a nut tat.
How about for Denny's? Imagine if you had a spider on meth.
Oh, man. Sweet
big old spider. How big that web could be. He could wrap Sweet Denny's up in a cocoon in a minute.
I don't know. Meth rat. Meth rat would be awful.
Meth rat.
Especially if you have like 10 of them. They're all
probably have those,
all on
yeah.
meth, just kind of wanting to prove something.
With his big teeth.
I tell you what, man, the squirrels by where I live at, they might be on meth. They are so jacked up with the biggest attitude.
Yeah. Terrifying stuff. I mean, it's just insane thinking about that. So I guess that's a note to you out there. Do not flush your meth down the toilet because the gators could get it. And then next thing you know, you'll have a tweaking gator at your front door wanting to come in. Don't play.
Who would scare you more, me or Virginia, if we were on meth?
I think Virginia.
Really?
Yeah. Oddly enough, because I think you would be damaging to yourself.
You're right. Yeah.
Yes.
I would hurt others.
Yes.
That makes sense. Actually.
Virginia hurts others, you hurt yourself.
Okay.
Virginia is the most horrifying, hands down, on the show on meth.
Well, she's horrifying drunk, so I can only imagine.
Oh, yeah. Just kick it up a notch.
Thanks.
Make her more agitated. Oh, that's crazy. All right, well, there you go. Apparently, the guy came out and said that his squirrel wasn't on meth. Okay, we believe that guy.
Whatever.
I don't know. I saw that squirrel. That squirrel looked like it was on meth. That's crazy.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
You'd think maybe this would be fun. I mean, crazy stuff happens when you're in the Keys, right? This 36-year-old guy, though, was not real happy, though, when his wife went to the stage at Woody's, the strip club in Islamorada over the weekend.
Woody's?
Woody's.
It sounds like a must-hit kind of place.
Apparently, these strippers pulled her up on stage, and she kind of went along with it. She probably had a couple cocktails, having a good time. Ah, here we go. And she's up on stage, and those kind of things do happen.
Been there.
He did not like it a bit.
Oh.
He yanked her off the stage. She storms out of the Woodies. She's running through the parking lot. You can imagine they're fighting along the way.
Very dramatic.
Some random guy comes up saying, "Hey, what are you saying to her? You need to be nice." Oh, yeah? Well, boom! He decks the guy.
One guy has no idea who they are. He tries to get involved.
Tries to get
help
involved
her.
and got laid out.
Oh.
Now the husband's facing battery charges, not on his wife, but on the random guy who said, "Hey, man, you should stop talking to her that way."
Yeah, people get punched at those places.
Strip clubs, man. Gonna get all kinds of crazy stuff, but you're also gonna get some great bargains as well. There's a strip club in Ohio that's giving away all of its old couches.
I'm in the market for a couch right now.
Oh, Jay Bird.
I am though.
Do not.
Good news, they're free, but they do come with a little bit of a warning. The club says, quote, "may have stains from unknown bodily fluids. Use at your own risk."
Whoa.
Even if you steam clean that thing, there's no way.
If sofas could talk.
Gosh, yeah. Well, some gross stuff going on in Michigan, too. Apparently, a serial pooper is on the loose.
Again? Another one?
Yeah, another one. Yeah, I thought the last one was in Michigan, too.
It was that one woman, remember? She kept on... She'd run, and then she'd pull down her pants, very premeditated, and then just drop it like it's hot on this guy's wall. He had it all filmed. He had her on film like 3 or 4 times, and they outed her.
What the hell?
She was this young, attractive-looking woman.
Crazy.
And the crazy thing was, she would run around the corner, and you could see her already taking off her pants like she had a mission. Like she was going against this guy's wall no matter what.
Did she hate him? Did she know him?
Didn't know him or anything. Just pooped on his wall.
Huh.
Yeah, I've had a lot of stories like that. I remember they had that high school, was it like a superintendent or principal or something like that?
That guy had a grudge.
Yeah, he did. He was doing it to the...
rival school.
Yeah.
He was like the boss. He was in charge of the school doing
crazy.
that. That is crazy.
Well, this serial pooper in Michigan apparently keeps going in a public pool, so they have to keep shutting it down, which is not fun for the summertime.
Come on now.
I know, right? 2 guys in Wisconsin got into a fight at a mall food court last week. As they turned around and looked for weapons, all they could find were 2 tiki torches. They started doing a duel with tiki torches in the food court.
That's kind of awesome.
One of them ran off, one of them got arrested and was charged with criminal damage to property. There's a drunk guy in Scotland, got really hammered, and apparently, in his drunken stupor, tried to scale a fence.
Okay.
Didn't work out well, and obviously his zipper on his pants got caught because when the cops found him, he was passed out dangling from the fence by his zipper.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that just doesn't sound safe at all, huh?
No.
Yeah.
Did it get the skin or was it just the zipper on his pants?
It was just the zipper.
Okay.
He got all hung up and he's too drunk to
he
get himself
got
free.
lucky.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Crazy stuff. There's this woman in Missouri. Boy, don't mess with her. She had her SUV stolen last week, but she was able to monitor the thieves and where they were using her credit cards and also tracking down her phone. And she went to go find her car, and apparently they had also decided to go to Applebee's because, I mean, when you jack somebody's car, you work up a hunger.
People always rip on Applebee's. They got some good riblets.
If you've just carjacked somebody, you might not want to sit down for a meal, though. You might want to get takeout.
I don't know, all that adrenaline, you work up an appetite.
Yeah, but if you stay in one place too long, she's going to catch you.
Well, she did, and she found him, tracked him at the Applebee's, and let the cops know all about it.
I got out of the car for 2 seconds to grab my daughter, turned around, and my car was gone. We've stalked this lady, literally, for 48 hours.
An attendant at a gas station told Reno the car thieves said they were headed to Applebee's. Reno decided it was time for dinner, too.
Got our waters, and she walked in the door, and I about had a heart attack.
She has my wallet in her hand and my keys in her hand.
Oh my God. So, before I call the cops, I wanted to show you guys what I just found by doing our own stalking at Applebee's, and my heart's racing. Look at the back seat. Look at the back seat. Beer in my car seat. There's stuff in the car seat. There's stuff on the seats. It's just gross.
Boy, they're having a great day, huh? They went out, got some beers, and head to Applebee's.
Wow.
That sounds like fun.
Yes. Let's go jack a car. I think it's kind of funny. I assume all these people are kidding. But if you've checked out that Facebook post about storming Area 51, now 1 million people have signed up.
They're signing, but they're not going to really do
Sure.
it. It's so dumb. You can't even get to the building even if you break through.
And they're going to shoot you.
Yeah,
They will
Because there's
shoot you.
signs that say that
Right.
they will shoot you.
I think it's pretty great and entertaining. The tweets actually going along with this are pretty funny. Somebody did this dialogue. Time traveler. Yes, can you tell me, son, what year is it? Me, 2019. The time traveler responds, oh, you mean the year of the Area 51 massacre?
Yeah.
That's basically what it's going to be if they decide to go. They will have enough bullets for all of you. Keep signing up. Well, just to let you know, today is an anniversary. I love anniversaries. IHOP founded this day in 1958.
Oh.
And they're going to be celebrating today by offering short stacks of pancakes for just 58 cents.
Ooh, mama.
Don't look at me with your devil eyes.
Oh, yeah.
You got pigs on the blanket on mine, and I cannot go down that path with you today.
Okay.
I got to have a salad.
You do, huh?
I do.
I actually do, too. I really had a terrible Monday yesterday. I ate so many Reese's peanut butter cups at a late hour.
How many do you think?
I mean, so I thought...
Full size or miniature?
They were king size, so it was 2 full package and a half, so I had 8. No, I had 10. I
Okay.
had 10.
All right.
10. 10.
That's a good night.
10 in the 9 o'clock hour.
That's a good night.
Oh, I have the worst chocolate heartburn all morning. I bet kind of like a chocolate hangover.
You can have a sugar hangover just from candy.
I do.
It is real.
I feel miserable today.
Don't know if this strikes your fancy, but Halo Top Ice Cream is opening up a ski lodge in New Zealand. And one of the perks, it comes with all-you-can-eat ice cream.
But is it the Halo ice cream?
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Quit emailing me saying Halo is just as good as regular ice cream. You are outside of your damn mind.
Halo Top is diet ice cream. We can all taste it. It's good for diet ice cream.
It is.
But it's not full-on ice cream. We know the difference.
The banana one's pretty darn good. If you add enough sugar to it, it's good.
You can't add sugar to it. Defeats the purpose. Just
Covered
get Bluebell.
Reese's peanut butter cups. Oh, it's just some good stuff, baby. Let's go check it out.
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
Is anybody getting into this Amazon Prime Day? It was yesterday, and today's the final day. If you purchase anything on Amazon, and are you a fool if you do not take advantage of these amazing deals?
I did purchase something.
You did? What'd you get?
An X-Wing fighter. Star Wars vehicle or ship for my kitchen.
For your kitchen? For my kitchen?
For my kitchen ceiling. It's for my ceiling.
Actually, I didn't think it was weird until we got to kitchen.
Well, I'm doing this thing now where I put all ships in my ceiling and they're battling each other. It's like this horrific battle. I got different, Star Wars versus G.I. Joe and...
We got to get you a girlfriend.
I don't need one.
We have got to get you some loving.
No, why get a girlfriend? Because then why? She can tell me to take all that stuff down.
That's
and
stupid. What are you
grow
doing?
up and-
Get a Star Warsy girlfriend.
to rip out my heart and soul? No, we're not doing that. No, we're fine. I don't need a girlfriend. We're good. But thank you for being my pimp. I appreciate you trying.
She's working hard on it.
So hard, Kevin.
You can't knock you for the Star Wars stuff. Did you see this Star Wars Boba Fett action figure that sold for $112,926 at an auction in Pennsylvania?
Was it the original?
It was a rare prototype. That
I know what you're talking about.
It never made it to stores because it was deemed a potential choking hazard.
What had happened was it was this mail to order Boba Fett thing. You mail it and
you love him.
Love Boba Fett, and you hit a button and his rocket shoots out at you. But
Virginia,
what rocket are we talking about?
Look at that thing. Tell me that doesn't look like I'm holding
Boba Fett's penis shoots out at you?
Stop it.
No, I mean
that looks like a penis.
Look at this.
It does look like it. You're right. It does.
I mean, how did they ever put that in a package and think they were going to sell that? I mean, look at that thing. Well, Boba Fett now comes with an adult toy. What?
The reason why they stopped it was because I forget what other toy it was. Another toy had the same kind of thing going on where you hit a button and something shoots out, and a kid choked on it. Choked and died on it. And they said, we're not doing that. So there's only X amount of those worldwide, Virginia.
So that's the one that sold, So Boba Fett now with adult toy was not ever put in stores. You can see it if you're watching KVJ TV. I got it up there on the screen.
That's a rare one right there. That's the kind of figure you just hear people talk about at the toy conventions. Like, oh my gosh, the Boba Fett that was never released, that he had a penis.
Toy convention sounds awful.
It is not awful.
Oh my God.
Is that adult toy convention?
Now that sounds fun.
Because looking at that photo, that should be
He could be at both.
You're right, though. There are some toy conventions that are really depressing. I went to one, and all it was a bunch of old dudes selling these old-ass trains. It was no figures. It was very terrible snacks.
I hadn't thought a lot about it because I'm not a big shopper, but I'm kind of looking at the Amazon stuff, and I'm like, man, I don't know. Maybe I should jump on it. For the reason that, I've had those flat screen TVs. That was always my dream, is to have basically a sports bar. So I've got an ample amount of flat screens in my living room.
You had 3 of them when I was there, but how many do you have now?
I still got the same. It's the 3, but I had gotten the original ones. I remember this is all the way back at Best Buy. It was kind of like one of those deals. They had 2 flat screens. I don't even know how big they are. They're smaller, but they were only like $120. I'm like, oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it. So I got 2 of them.
You scooped them up.
Yeah, and then I started kind of like looking because they've got still some really good deals. I'm looking at all the things you can get, and they have like a 50-inch Insignia 4K Ultra HD Smart LED TV for $250.
Wow.
How many
29% off.
50.
That's pretty good.
That's what I thought too. I'm like, that's crazy.
But do you need a new TV?
Well, they're getting old. They're getting to a point where it's
but are they broken?
Well, here it is. What it is there's something going on inside. I have a feeling it's probably humidity or something, but they look kind of warped. It looks kind of like there's a wave inside the TV. It's odd. I don't know what it is or what's causing that.
So it's on every channel?
Yeah. You can look through it, but it's like,
So you do need a new TV.
I kind of do.
If you need a new TV, then Prime is great for you. Now, if you're just buying stuff off of Amazon because it's on sale, then Amazon is winning and you're dumb. But if you really need a new TV, which it sounds like you do, then you perfectly are justified in taking advantage.
But this is always the game. This is a game that you play. You see the deal, and then you try to justify yourself.
But if you got warp screen, then that's
all right,
justified.
So that wins.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I also saw they're doing 30% off on select Yeti coolers. Those things are awesome.
Nice.
That's a big deal because Yeti coolers don't go on sale very often. I've stalked them. I look around at them, and it's tricky to find those for cheap at all.
Right. I'm like,
But do you need a Yeti cooler?
I don't know, Virginia. I kind of think
I
maybe
bought
I
an
do.
Igloo at Walmart, and I'm doing just fine.
No, but the Yeti coolers are a
The
different
Yeti
level.
coolers are $250. Or the one I wanted, it's pink. It's so fly.
Yeah.
It was $299. I got an Igloo. It was $49.
Hey, hit the Questa pool. Let my man buy a Yeti cooler if he wants one. We're not on your ass about buying your...
I don't know.
You would hate to see some of the stuff that I have been purchasing.
Right.
We know you're a mess over there, Star Wars.
A mess? I'm living the dream.
Let me guess. You also got a G.I. Joe car?
I did not, because I couldn't find anything on Amazon Prime for...
Do you like the SodaStream stuff that they do, or is that not good?
Like, what do you mean?
It's a in-home, like your own like soda fountain.
I thought about doing that. I really did.
42% off right now.
How much? How much with it? With
prices vary depending upon which model you get.
I'm gonna
but they're
go-
all 42%.
Obviously, gonna go big dog. I want grape and I want orange. I want to live in a perfect world.
You can have all the flavors.
Oh my goodness. I'm starting to get excited about this.
I know, because now you're getting me excited to do goofy shopping, and I will totally buy a vending machine and put it in my living room today.
My birthday is coming up, just saying.
Oh, damn it! I forgot to buy your present. I was gonna order you. When's your birthday?
You still got 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll forget about it tomorrow. I have something I want to get you.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Is it the Boba Fett doll with the detachable penis?
It's rare, so it's a present for both of us.
Yeah, I just wonder if anybody went Amazon Prime crazy yesterday, because I noticed sometimes when you start shopping, you go in for something you need, and next thing you know, you're buying bumper stickers that say honk if you have to poop. And you're like, but it's so funny, I had to get it.
It's on sale.
And by the way, that is actually on Amazon right now.
Oh, no, Bigfoot stickers are definitely on Amazon. That kind of stuff I can get. I'm still on the fence about getting that Yeti garden gnome. $200. But with Amazon Prime, it's 160 right
I thought
there.
you already bought like 3 of them, and you used to have them on stage at Snack Pack
I need the
shows.
perfect set. Though. I need all 4 now. I only have 3. It's my OCD gets crazy. I want all 4. The corners of every room. The corner of the room.
Okay. We're buying. Today's the day of buying dumb stuff.
We are just a showcase of mental.
That's why Kevin hired me.
All right. Any great deals? Did you go crazy? How much money did you spend? You're like going, oh my gosh! I went on Amazon Prime Day. I thought I was going to spend $200, and I spent $2,000.
Oh my gosh!
Could happen.
Oh, it could happen after Blue Martini, after a couple drinks.
877-979-9763. Anybody going Amazon Prime crazy? Did you lose your mind yesterday? Did you get caught up in it? I didn't even think about it. I was thinking about staying away from it, and then I clicked on a link. It was like the best deals on Amazon Prime today, and I'm like, ooh, they got some TVs. I'm like, oh, yeah. Okay.
They spoke to you.
Yeah. I'm like, I gotta go look into this.
Look, as long as you were going to buy it anyway,
Yeah.
I think it's a smart thing.
Right, I can't pass up a deal,
It's
right?
only when you go on there and you buy something you weren't going to get just because it's on sale. I'm trying to teach that to Mags right now.
Yeah.
Sale on something you weren't going to buy is not a deal for you.
Old friend, on your deathbed, are you really going to be like, oh, I should have got that TV? No, you're going to say, oh, all those fun moments I had with me, my son, the queen.
If nothing else, you might have a good story. I mean, remember when I got drunk and I actually bought that painting of a woman in a toga?
I do.
For like $600?
I do.
Yeah, I just tried to start off the bidding, and apparently I unfortunately won it. I found out the hard lesson about bidding at auctions,
Don't be the guy that bids.
but it's a great story.
Don't ever go shopping at the Treasure Coast Mall hammered. You will buy a lot of goofy stuff.
Yeah, Therese, she texted in. She said, yeah, my husband went Amazon nuts yesterday after a 6-pack.
Oh.
Yeah.
I get it, man.
Yeah. Well, the crazy thing about it is you're on there, you go to Amazon Prime to get something that you need for the Prime Day. And I mean, they got some stuff on there. You're going, I don't know. Do I need it? They've got a fun-sized pocket breathalyzer. Virginia, but I mean, how often are we like...
You need to talk to me about this. She's going to try to talk you out of it. I'm going to try to talk you into it.
Well, I think that would actually be good for the show.
Exactly.
I think, how much?
It doesn't have the prices floating. I got to go check, see what the Amazon Prime deal is. But yeah, it's just a list of all the dumb things you can buy on Amazon Prime that are actually up there.
If that thing is $70 or less, I think it's fine.
For our karate bit me and you were going to do, I have to make a decision on what kind of gis to buy us. Do you want the good stuff? You want the Karate Kid kind of gi? Or do I want to...
decent gi. I mean, I think you can get a gi at a relatively good rate.
Are you Cobra Kai and I'm Daniel? Is that how we're going to do it?
Let's do that. Yeah, I know you want to be Daniel, but
I
don't forget, get a gong. I want to get a gong. Can you find a gong on
Yeah,
Amazon Prime?
I'll get 2
Do they have
gis.
gongs on Amazon Prime?
I'll get 2 gis and a gong. This sounds like a really cheap bit. It's going to be like $800 bit, and then 11 people watch the video.
What is the going rate on a gong?
I saw a gong not too long ago at, you know what True Treasures is?
Yes.
It's that furniture store where it's like people bring their furniture to consign it. There was a gong in there, a consigned gong.
Where's that at? Is that around here?
Northlake in the Home Depot shopping
Is
center.
that the place you were telling me about that I need to get my couch at?
You do need to go in there because they have some good deals on couches.
See, that's like one of those things. It's so dumb, but I mean, that's kind of cool. Like if you had a gong.
A gong is badass.
A gong is badass. Thank you.
You've
I
already
thought
talked.
so too.
I'm buying 2 gongs now. You talked me into it. Your excitement makes me want to buy 10 gongs.
I just think a
now.
gong would be really awesome if you had
You
a
can make a
gong.
video like a gong and a thong and you're dancing around.
Gong and a thong.
I mean, ain't nothing wrong.
Gong
A
and a
thong,
thong.
a gong,
Ain't nothing
gong.
wrong.
I mean, it'd be kind of great. Think all the stuff you could do. You go up, you get a beer, and if somebody brings you a beer, bong, you hit the gong. I mean, there's so
bong.
many different things. Yes.
Denny's bong gong.
The
Bong
gong.
gong.
Oh my gosh, the bong
It's
gong.
all kind of falling. Everyone's getting a gong. I'm
We
buying.
need a gong.
How many people on the show? 6 gongs tomorrow.
They have those horse head masks too. on it.
It's awesome.
Oh my gosh. I've always kind of wanted one of those. I mean, if you can get a great deal. See, and that's almost like with Amazon Prime Day. Think about dumb stuff that you wouldn't want to pay that much. But if you could get a good deal and save, you'd be like, any other day of the year, I wouldn't want to buy a horse head mask because that's stupid. But today, if you get a great deal on it, Virginia, imagine if you get 40% off on a horse head mask, you're like, okay, today makes sense.
There's a sweet ass.
Otherwise, it's stupid.
There's a sweet ass Chewbacca rug that would look amazing in my dining room, and it's kind of expensive. Kev, is it worth it? 200 bones.
That'd be kind of cool. You would like it.
Cool.
You would
All right.
love it. You would love
Gongs
it.
and Chewbacca rugs.
You would
Done.
love it. You would
There
love
goes your
it.
whole paycheck.
And don't you want a horse head too? I'll put that in the mix.
Horse head mask.
Aren't those things hot? Aren't they rubber?
Who cares?
Right. You just put it on for a minute, you go galloping through wherever.
You know what's fun we can have with a gong and a horse head? You kidding me?
There is a lot of great stuff we can do. And if there's ever a day to buy dumb, I think today might be that day.
Looking for some KVJ merchandise and swag? Go to kvjshow.com and click KVJ Gear.
Jay was talking about getting some gis on Amazon. And he's really into this thing. Apparently, you need the gis because you have just received your first belt on your YouTube karate class.
No, it's my second belt, dog. I told you that I've been a.
Yeah, show some respect, Kevin.
What belt are you now?
Well, if once I can, according to my Sensei Hodge is his name. If I can break a board and break with my fist and break it with my foot, I am now at a yellow belt. I can absolutely consider myself a yellow belt. YouTube lessons.
Yeah,
are
and
a
at
real
the first
thing.
level,
White,
yellow,
then yellow.
But white doesn't everybody
you start
get a
off white, and then you.
So you're getting really your first. Because
No.
anybody who walks in the door gets a white belt.
Not
don't
really.
They?
You have
How
to
do you
ki-
hold your gi on?
You have to kind of. Fine, yellow belt. I'm ready for a yellow. It goes. The first belt you get, you have to pass a certain amount to get a white belt.
Okay.
Then a yellow belt. So I'm on my second belt.
Okay.
Don't make me
What do you
angry.
hold your gi on before you get the white belt?
I don't know. A leather belt. I don't know.
So you already passed a white belt test, and now you're
ready.
taking the yellow belt test.
I mean, we are so proud.
I mean, I know y'all. I know
And you
y'all.
actually have a guy that issues this on YouTube?
Sensei Hodge.
How much you pay this clown?
It's free. You can take lessons with Sensei Hodge. Go for it.
What's in it for him?
He's on YouTube. He's got millions of views.
Okay, that's what it is.
Yeah, he's got a whole YouTube channel. In fact, there's several senseis on YouTube that you can take lessons from.
What made you pick this guy?
I've kind of watched a few people. Sensei Hodge just comes up. He's easy to listen to. But there's been other senseis that have helped me train. Look, I'm doing this for us. At an event, someone tries to get all squirrely. I'm learning karate so we don't have to fight, if that makes sense.
Chances are I'm the one that's getting squirrely. So now me and you are in a karate match in front of a bunch of listeners?
Not me and you. If some Johnny Come Lately comes up, starts picking on our precious Denny's,
Okay.
Then I come up there.
So you're doing this to protect Denny's. Then.
Hit him with a little 8-point blocking system, which is a defensive move, which I've showed you before.
Oh yeah,
we remember.
You laughed me out of the studio. Laugh at me. I don't care. But when I am protecting us at an event, then you'll be like, okay, Bird, YouTube karate. I like the sound of that.
Now, do you have to? Because I know a lot of times, when it comes to getting another belt, they have kind of a routine that you have to do. You have to kind of get your kata down and do that. Do you have to do that to pass this, or is it only breaking a board?
From what I understand, I just need to break a board. From what I have done from a white belt to a yellow belt, 8-point blocking system. Now we're on to boards.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm governing my own self. That's why I want to do it with you. You guys tell me if I'm nailing it or not. And if you want to try to punch me, go for it. I'll block it.
Virginia, you want to punch him?
If you want to, I will. Virginia,
I'm peaceful. I'm trying to be peaceful.
I'm trying to be peaceful.
It's a full
But if you
moon.
keep talking, you're going to egg me on.
The inner beast wants to punch you, but it's a full moon. I'm trying to keep it under wraps.
I'll make a deal with you. You have all week at any point you can try to punch me. Guess what? You ain't going to hit nothing. All you're going to get is the 8-point blocking system. That's what you're going to get.
So what's point one? Walk me through it.
Try just real quick. We'll go slow for Kevin. Try to punch my face. This is point one. Go ahead.
Yeah. Point one.
Boom. No.
Oh, I thought I could keep
Yeah,
going.
you just wanted to
Try
talk.
to show him.
So point one is you block up.
Yeah, go ahead. Try to punch
block
me.
up is 2.
Just try to. It's for Kevin.
Hold my gold.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get hurt.
No, you're not.
It's just you throw the thing in there. I just want to see what he's learning here on YouTube.
It's not. I'm just trying to show him. I can't do. I'm not doing it. She's ruining it.
I really want to punch you.
You're ruining his
Then
YouTube
just try
karate
to punch
class.
me. Then just do one. I'm trying to show Kevin.
She's a terrible assistant, isn't she?
I'm so annoyed
You're not going to get anywhere with her.
You're not even doing it right.
Not even going to get anywhere
really
with
quick,
her.
here we go.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Hassan!
She did land one. Okay.
I mean,
Maybe you're not yellow belt material quite yet.
get
but you're
out of
getting
here!
there. Yeah.
With her squirrely ass, stop it!
You can fight a board.
You come at me, dog. I'll knock that head off your head.
Don't hit back.
Yeah, I'm not impressed with the guy who can fight a board. Boards just sit there.
No, it's got nothing to do with that. Yeah, you know nothing. You know
Yeah, Virginia.
nothing.
Have you ever taken a YouTube karate class?
Never.
Never. See?
To Cuesta people.
You don't know anything. Coming up here in a couple of minutes, apparently somebody has given Jay Bird a challenge. They feel like he might have a skill in delivering a traffic report.
Really?
They're thinking maybe he should challenge Suits
Oh,
for the
Suits?
throne.
The kid, the prodigy, you have been called out.
Oh, Suits is really good at traffic.
I
Have you
think, yeah.
heard him?
It wasn't my idea. I'm the underdog here.
You're terrible at reading.
And you're terrible at being a friend. How about that?
Well, it's not necessarily about reading. I mean, it can just, if you kind of know what's going on and you can add the textures. I mean, really, to me, an effective traffic report, one, you got to know the roads, what is important to commuters that are out there, and then being able to really give them a sense and hopefully some advice that can help them get to work a lot faster. That's really what a good traffic reporter does.
You don't want a lot of personality with your traffic, though.
I don't
Disagree.
know. I would say, honestly, the best ever would be somebody that could give you personality and entertainment along with
That's
it.
the problem with traffic. There's not enough personality in traffic. That's why it's one of the lowest.
Right.
People don't want to listen to traffic.
Make it fun.
The old people are the only ones that complain when the traffic reports are wrong.
Number one, it has to be accurate. It does have to be accurate.
That's
is
the
number
biggest,
one.
because
But
people are sitting in it and they want to know the facts.
Sure.
They don't want some clown doing his lounge act.
I disagree. They want the facts. They want a little funny with the facts.
yeah, if it's entertaining on top of it, I mean, why not do something that's memorable? I mean, how often does something memorable happen in a traffic report? The only time I ever heard a memorable traffic report, I was in Fresno, California, and they had one of those eye in the sky, the guy in the copter, and he was giving the report, and the copter went down.
Oh, my gosh.
And it was a guy who was very dramatic anyway. Now, luckily, he was not hurt in the whole thing.
Thank God.
And he was only about maybe 100 feet off the ground. But boy, the dramatic, you would have thought the Hindenburg was crashing. I mean, it was a very entertaining traffic report. And that doesn't often happen, Virginia. So maybe Jaber can add something to it.
Why don't you quit your bitching over there? Why don't you get involved in the game? Why don't you try to go against Suits as well? Are you scared?
I think Suits does a great job.
I think he does too.
I don't want to intimidate the boy.
So somebody sent you an email and thought that maybe you could challenge him. They'd like to hear your traffic report.
Absolutely. I'm up for the challenge.
Well, Suits, I mean, yesterday he got ill and had to go home, and that does happen because Suits gets sick every third day. So
did our boy get that millennial tummy?
Yeah, he did. I feel a little faint, Kev. I gotta go home.
He's fragile.
Anybody born after the year 1985 has a fragile tummy.
Well, we got a lot of pukers on this show. I'll just say that.
I should not be throwing stones.
You guys can do a traffic off and a puke off. We got a couple competitions going on here. Okay, here we go. Let's see how this is. Somebody had suggested that maybe Jaybird should give a shot at the traffic that we have here. Now, Suits, I think, does an amazing job.
Suits, are you scared?
Mm-hmm.
Not really. No.
Are you still sick from yesterday with your millennial tummy?
No, yeah, I want to say that was my first sick day since the new company came in. So I don't think it was as bad as some people think around here.
The new company started 2 weeks ago.
Whatever, Virginia.
Don't even try to fight with her, Suits, because you'll lose and you'll feel empty.
I've seen you go down that road way too many times, Bird.
All right, enough of us being friendly. I'm taking you down right now.
Okay, now there are some things here, like somebody said, Suits is very good, but every now and then he mispronounces street names, and if that ever happens, then, that would be a point off.
When? When did he do that? Give us examples.
I don't know. They didn't say definitely, but, they just said that does happen. No, I could see that. I mean, sometimes, I still don't know. Is it Sapadilla? Sapadilla. I don't know. What could it be?
Sapadilla, right?
I think it's Sapadilla.
I believe it is, and that's what I go with. But for the longest time, I'm like, I'd be Sapadilla. I had no idea.
But it's tortilla.
I know, right? That's why I was like, okay.
So it should be Sapadilla.
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah, it should. Okay, here we go.
Now, Kev, do I have to start with the whole sponsor thing or just go straight into the report? How do you want it to sound?
Well, it depends upon what you have over there. I'd like to do it, in accordance of what it is. If somebody is saying that Jaybird should take it, he needs to be able to do what it is we do. So do you have the screen of exactly what you do? Can you at least let Jaybird know what the routine is here and how it does? Because I believe the first thing that happens is there's something that says, this is the traffic.
Yes, and then I have to read a sponsor, which I have right here, so I can pass it over to the Bird. And then you do the report, and then you tag out saying that this is Suits for WR.
Yeah, I got my whole thing going on. You do you. Bird does Bird.
Hurt him, tender tummy. Hurt him.
You could be talking to both of us, by the way.
I was going to say, there's not much distinguishing there.
Okay, so you got that. So it is, you start off with the sponsor, and then do you have an actual traffic report there on the screen too?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And then you'll just be like, and this is Suits with Traffic on 97.9 WRMF.
You got it, Kev.
Okay. All right, let's hear what the reigning traffic god has to do here. Okay. This is your traffic report.
This traffic report is brought to you by offleaseonly.com. Shop thousands of 2015 through 2019 cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans, all priced thousands below retail now at offleaseonly.com. Don't pay more. Go to offleaseonly.com. Well, it's getting a little better on 95 northbound following this earlier incident at 45th Street. Now just one lane blocked, but you're still seeing some fairly heavy delays. Best bet, exit at Okeechobee and take the turnpike to save yourself some time this morning. We also have a crash 95 southbound. That's at Lantana Road. Watch for 2 lanes blocked there. Atlantic Avenue at Northwest 6th Avenue. In Delray Beach, we're seeing slowdowns due to a wreck. And jumping over to Broward County, watch for a crash on 95 southbound. That's at Cypress Creek Road. This report brought to you by Lindstrom Air Conditioning and Plumbing. I'm Suits, 97.9 WRMF.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, wow. I don't even think I can do that.
Suits, I'm moist.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, that was beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
That was stunning.
Okay. Wow. All right. Somebody's giving Suits a real quick street name test here. I'll write it out instead of pronouncing it. Here is a street in Boca Raton. You pronounce that?
Camino Real.
I believe it's Real.
Is it Real?
It's Real.
That's Real.
Okay.
Okay.
Damn it,
all right.
Suits.
Okay.
You were real wrong right there.
You were riding so high.
Okay, that's all right. All
There's
right.
never a crash on that street.
It'd be cool if we had a little music, kind of build you up a little bit, you know?
Yeah, that's not how they do it, though. Yeah, they just want they want the power of your voice to carry it.
It's all you.
What's the second one, Suits?
Benoist Farms.
Okay, what do you think, Jaybird?
Benoist Farms?
Oh, Jaybird, it is Benoist Farms.
Is it really?
Kidding.
Yeah.
Again, there's never a crash on that street.
Benoist. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. All right, wow. All right, Jaybird, maybe, jeez, I don't know.
Ricky just
Wow.
Ricky just spun this whole thing around.
Summer rig.
You saw
Wow.
that?
Oh, gosh, now I just don't even know.
You were doing so good, Suits.
Had to jump in there, Ricky.
Yeah, he had a couple. He did have a couple blemishes there at the end. I mean, the report itself, amazing and flawless, but you can see Virginia.
The streets.
Some of those street names.
Yeah, there is a slight weakness in some of those. All right, so again, it sounded like there was a sponsor beginning and end. Suits, you're going to give Jaybird that.
I have my own notes. I wrote my. Do you want me to do the same?
Well, you do have to do a sponsor. I mean,
I have it written down.
Oh, well, if you've got a sponsor, it's a front and back end sponsor, just to let you know.
Dog, I've been listening.
Okay. All right. So, Jaybird here. Can he unseat the traffic champ Suits in this report? We'll hear, and then we'll let people vote.
Oh.
Okay. Jaybird, are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay. This is your...
You just stepped on your intro.
Well, I mean, how do I know what he's doing? I don't know what you got.
I did the same thing for Suits.
I'm sorry. I don't remember your made-up jingle. My bad.
Oh, now you're fighting with them? This is great.
This is your traffic report.
This traffic report is sponsored by Bud Chicken and Seafood. They have the cod that will rock your bod. Now we've got a couple pileups here. There's a 6-car pileup on the corner of Yamato and Glades. Yes, a pizza truck has crashed into a on-ramp off the military trail. There's a backup there, also a backup on Yamato Road Boulevard as well. So many backups there with the snacks that have crashed into the wall. Also, there's a crossing guard down on the corner of Blue Heron and US 1. We also have several backups near Palm Beach County and Martin County Boulevard. We also have a traffic jam near Oksakawaka. There is a traffic jam by your commute. Don't forget to get jammed by Jaybird. This is the traffic sponsored by Bud Chicken and Seafood.
Yamato and Glades don't meet.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay, let's see. Okay, I got to tell you, there was, some pretty good stuff in there.
The pacing was good.
Yeah.
It was all original.
Yeah.
I didn't read it off the screen like Suits did.
But I think that's where you get the information from.
You don't write your own reports?
Well, I wrote down my notes of where they were, so they were in the order I wanted to say them.
Yeah. Just a couple quick notes that I noticed from that. I don't believe Yamato and Glades intersects.
I wrote it quick.
Okay. And then you said Yamato Boulevard Road.
Again, wrote it quick.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. You made up a word in there somewhere. I think that was
Well, I thought you had to go quick, too. There's a time limit there.
Yeah, but I don't know that a lot of people when they're commuting want to hear made up streets.
What was made up? The whole thing?
The Shrugger, whatever it was.
Yes, I meant to say Okeechobee, and I did not spell it right. I wrote it quick, and I'm like, what is that word? I think it's Okeechobee. Okalaka.
And then the only other thing that I noticed, too, is Suits identified the station, which I'm sure somebody somewhere would enjoy that. But,
yeah, Leo would love that.
Yeah.
But
I have much to learn.
Yeah. So, okay. So, but I got to tell you, maybe a possible fill-in.
Yeah, there's going to be a chance where I can fill in for Suits sometime this week. We've already talked about it.
Really?
Yeah. I got to tighten up a little bit. The kid, the prodigy, he's got to teach me.
He is. Suits still holds the throne, I think. But
oh my gosh, he's not even close.
I mean, Suits is woof, wow. I mean, that's kind of
you
like
go
showing
quick,
off.
though. The quick part is what makes it sound cool.
Oh yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah,
so I can understand it.
Suits, maybe you just take him to kind of like traffic school, and
I'll be his traffic sensei.
Well,
I can't say that word either. Damn it.
We're good. We're very good.
A little bit of work on both of you.
All right, I got to work on some of my pronunciation, and we'll teach him how to do
pronunciation.
Is that wrong, too?
It's pronunciation.
Pronunciation?
He mispronounced pronunciation.
I thought it was pronunciation.
Pronunciation.
It's pronunciation.
Pronunciation. All right, I got a couple things to work on.
Now, Camino Rio.
Suits.
KVJ not only does a radio show, but also does an after-the-show podcast. Watch or listen on kvjshow.com.
Boy, I tell you, if you limited the food that you eat because it is so hot outside, or do you actually eat hot foods when it's hot outside? Now, this is interesting because Denny says that he ran into a guy claiming that eating hot foods is better to eat in hot temperatures because I guess it raises your body temperature and you start to sweat, which oddly enough cools you off. Is that really kind of what his rationale was behind that?
Yeah, he came up to me at a remote and we were chatting, and he was eating New England clam chowder to-go container outside in 100-degree weather, and I had to bring it up. I was like,
I do that stuff. Yeah, I could eat hot soup in hot weather.
well, he's like, well, actually, when you eat hot things in hot weather, it makes you sweat and cools you off. And I was like, oh, I'd never even thought about it.
I have a picture of this guy.
Yes.
He's definitely single.
I don't know.
I don't like eating ice cream in the heat. I usually like eating ice cream when it's cold out.
It is interesting you say that because I think some people don't like dairy in heat, and that would be milk, ice cream. Remember in what was it, Anchorman, where he's like he's drinking the milk and it's so hot out.
Dried ice cream's rough.
Yeah, so there might be people. Yeah, you want to skip the dairy, so that might not be the best way to go. But that just kind of goes against the logic that I've had. I would think, and it's hot out, you want something ice cold. That makes a lot more sense.
I'm already hot enough. I want to cool myself down from the inside out.
He was saying spicy food, too, will cool you off because it causes you to perspirate.
I don't know about
See,
that.
I don't want to perspirate, though. This guy's all wrong. Like, I'm trying to keep from being gross and smelly. Why do I want to perspirate?
Because when you perspirate, then the air will hit it'll cool you.
Yeah, and then it dries and you smell like a monkey's ass.
Yeah, we don't,
you're right.
we don't like this guy, Denny's.
Yeah, this guy's a moron.
I'm just thinking about how I feel. And if I've had hot food, it definitely does heat you up. And if I have spicy food, then yeah, you feel warmer as well. And I don't think the sweat that you have is going to offset the feeling of the hot food, spicy or temperature-wise, that it's going to make you feel.
Yeah, if you gave me some ghost peppers and then I had to go walk around in the heat, I'm going to be miserable.
Right?
It's going to be terrible.
Worse
It'd be
than
awful.
Worse than if I gave you ice cubes to chew on.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I had never heard that before.
It sounds like broken logic, but could it be so crazy that it's actually true?
If you chew ice cubes, that means you are a little frustrated in the bedroom. You're not getting any. That's what that means. That's what I've heard.
Huh.
If you chew,
That is what they say.
That's what they say.
Yeah, green
Nothing-
M&Ms get you horny.
Nothing is better than a snowball on a hot day, though. When you're outside and you eat like a frozen snowball, it's great.
See, not all snowballs are created equal. There's some people who have snowball machines and they ain't got no kind of sweet juice inside of it. It's all ice, baby. And
That's not good.
That's a bunch of bull crap.
So did anybody out there not skip science class like we did? They can tell us, is it actually a better strategy to eat hot food when it's hot outside?
Even if a scientist does say it, I still don't know if I'm going to believe it.
It doesn't ever feel right.
No. I want to eat frozen stuff when I'm hot.
Okay. Could this blow your mind? Is there truth to it? 877-979-WRMF. You can hit us up here, 877-979-9763 at the KVJ Show. Well, the question that we had here, somebody had told Denny's when he was out at an event that if you eat hot or spicy food, it will cause you to perspire, thus, oddly enough, cooling you down. Is there scientific truth to what this guy said? Someone texted in, said if it's hot out, you're already going to be sweating, so it doesn't matter. That guy needs to be kicked in his balls.
Which one? There's so much dumb going on. What guy?
I think she's talking about the guy that came up to Denny's. Let's kick him.
Okay. All right, well, let's see what we got here. Wayne is on from Coconut Creek, and he's also from the Caribbean. What can you tell us about this, Wayne? Is it fact or fiction, what we're hearing here?
I can't say if it's fact or fiction, but it actually helps out to cool you down. When you eat hot peppers and hot, spicy food, you start to sweat. And nonetheless, like Demi said, the wind actually cools you off. But nonetheless, I mean, it's a contradictory fact because obviously you're getting hotter.
Yeah.
They got him. They got him.
They got him.
They shut him down before you could prove it.
He said too much.
It's the ice cream agenda. Bluebell just hacked our phones.
No, you do not.
Weirdly, I found 2 articles that support that theory, and even with scientific backing it. One of the doctors.
But again, I don't want to be more sweaty.
So that's the trade-off. So your body cools purely by sweating, and that is just how it works. So when you eat the spicy foods, they say the benefits of the spicy foods actually outweighs you already sweating.
But if I eat ice, will I sweat less?
So they said that was a common misconception with the cool stuff.
Yeah.
At least according to the article I read, they said it temporarily cools you off and it tricks you into thinking you're getting cooler, but your internal temperature, it's actually not cooling you off, it's cooling your internal.
Yeah, if you're going to be outside for a while, somebody texted in and said, when I went to Mexico, I went on a tequila tour, and in the fields, I saw the men working, drinking coffee, and the guy said it keeps them from overheating, and I was so puzzled. But if you're going to be out long term, better to sweat, so kick the body temperature up so that you do. That will cool you down rather than eating something that's just a temporary fix with the
it's weird.
Cold ice
Could you
cream, whatever you're
imagine
eating.
how squirrely we would get on a tequila tour? Oh, that sounds so fun. I'd be wanting to fight everybody.
That sounds like a lot of fun for me and Kevin.
Yeah. Great times.
Tequila just has a different kind of effect on me.
Mm-hmm. All right, we got the After the Show podcast going to be coming up here in just about 15 minutes live on YouTube. You can also get it on the back end of our regular show podcasts. You can get that on any podcast app. Go to Podcast One, download it, check it out there at kvjshow.com. Jaybird is going to wrap up the regular show, though, with a thought today.
Well done is better than well said.
Actions, not words. Okay.
Do you need more KVJ Show? Find everything KVJ at kvjshow.com.